Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. Once again, we are here for the BBL, and once again, I am setting up the camera for the couch. There we go. We are ready to rumble. Hobart Hurricanes versus the Perth Scorchers. Going to be an entertaining game. At the moment, the Hobart Hurricanes just about to get their innings underway. It is Darcy Short and Ben McDermott as the opening combination. I'll quickly get the scoreboard sitting the way that it needs to. There we go. We are good to go. Jason Behrendorff will be the opening bowler. You'll see that I'm looking up here rather than down here. We've got it on the TV this time. It is on mute though, so we won't be able to hear any of the edges that do end up coming around. My phone is dinging. We're ready to go for BBL match 8 now. So the innings timer, I believe they said they've got 73 minutes. That's an absolute peach of a delivery. Gone first ball, Ben McDermott. Well, that is a great start for Jason Behrendorff. And also, hey, Hamish, hope you're well, says Elon. I certainly am. And also, we have got young boy Pete in the chat as well. And hello, says Ollie the Elf. Right, I think Ben McDermott has actually reviewed this one, which is risky straight away for the Hobart Hurricanes, because if he is out, that's their review gone. Although we haven't really seen sides trying to use that review that often in recent times. So, Behrendorff might have just got a massive wicket here, but they're going to have to wait around to see if DRS also feels that same way. It looked pretty plumb for the naked eye. Right, DRS, front foot's fine. This will be a great start for the Perth Scorchers. They've been able to pick up McDermott. One of the very first deliveries of the match. Length. Oh, it's quite a steep bounce. It's close to the bat as well. There are quite a few things that they're going to have to check here. But first initial reaction from me was out. Now I'm starting to think maybe it's quite close to the bat. Might have got an inside edge, and maybe just a little bit of that height factor might come into play as well. They're just showing the replay from the leg side out mid-wicket way. It's not going to tell us too much. Have they got DRS or have they messed it up here? And also, Plummer is better than Mango. No, surely not. Nah, Plummer's nowhere near as good as Mango's. Right, we've got the ultra edge. Nothing on the bat. It was extremely close to it, though. So now it's just height pretty much is the only thing that might be able to save Ben McDermott. It's extremely close to his bat. It almost looks like it's gone through one side of it. Now to ball tracking. This is, in a way, it's an anticlimactic way to start with a review, but going to be checking this one. Impact in line, pitching in line, hitting the wickets, 3 reds. The review is... Wait, how's the review retained? The review should not be retained for Ben McDermott if it's 3 reds, but either way, the wicket stands. Ben McDermott out for a golden duck. In fact, that's actually a royal duck. Just ask David Warner how that feels, because he experienced it very recently, the South African Test match. But McDermott, big man player, and he had a huge amount of runs last year, so this is not the start to the innings that the Hobart Hurricanes would have been after, but an absolute peach of a delivery from Jason Behrendorff. Peach, another fruit that's not as good as a good old-fashioned mango. And Arno Benny says Elon, and also just getting ready for school. It's currently 8:18 a.m., says Ollie. So you'll be, is that what the time is in England at the moment, Ollie? Do let me know. But now Matthew Wade makes his way out to the middle. It's pretty much the equivalent of opening, with the fact that McDermott only ate up 1 delivery. And Matthew Wade, I don't have a bone to pick with him. It's just a statement. The man never looks happy in a picture. He always looks like he's very much so forcing the smile. It's kind of like just every year of the BBL. Same thing again, the picture of, and he's, you know, at least he scores runs, because he's definitely, like, is it harsh to say I don't think he's got a modelling career coming up for Matthew Wade? Because normally, you know, maybe the angry-faced models, they go all right, don't they? And also, how do you, though, or how do you, or do you, though, Hamish, do you, though, Latham should be given captaincy instead of Tim Southee after Kane dropped Test captaincy? I don't know if Latham's captain material, just because we saw that briefly when he had the chance last year, or the year, was it the year before last year, or at least maybe earlier this year? He just didn't seem like he was up for the task. So I understand why they're giving it to Southee. A little bit more experience, a little bit more seniority in the side. Another nice ball from Behrendorff, swinging away slightly. Matthew Wade unable to connect. But then also the problem with Tim Southee is you're going to use up all your reviews in the first 3 overs of the test match, unfortunately. Definitely if he's opening, because anything he bowls, even if the bat's 20 inches away from it, that's out in his mind. So you got to go upstairs just in case there was a slight feather on it. And that normally cost New Zealand quite a few reviews in the past. Kane Williamson, though, he has been known to allow Tim Southee to use those reviews. And no one has a clue what time it is in Argentina. And quite frankly, they don't give a F either. As well, one on lads. And Mbappe, a phenomenal any future or easy future goat, says Elon there. Although in Argentina, I believe they might be sitting early on in the morning. They would have had a big night celebrating, though. And indeed, got your timelines right. This time, last time you guessed Africa, says Ollie the Elf. Well, 2 balls left of the Behrendorff only 1 run. In fact, no, sorry, only 1 wicket off the over so far from Behrendorff. Swinging away, Matthew Wade out through cover. Beautiful drive. That will be 4 runs. It races to the boundary at UTAS Stadium, they have called it. I always wondered whether or not UTAS was a stadium or an arena. Seems like a stadium today. Mbappe missed on second World Cup at age 23 and also scored hat-trick in the final, says Coding. So, yeah, you'd have to say he feels hard done by. Doing all he could do for the side. It's just the rest of them didn't really pull finger, unfortunately. On races to the boundary. Nice shot from Matthew Wade. That one was swinging in a little bit more. He still punched it towards the cover region. Gets a single. 5 runs off the first over. But the big talking point, of course, was the fact that Ben McDermott dismissed for a golden duck. But that's the end of the first over. 5 runs off it. Decent start for both of these sides. So this is the 8th game of the BBL. It's flying by at the moment, this competition. Tomorrow, I believe it's going to be the Thunder versus the Adelaide Strikers. That is the next match for the comp. And then on Wednesday, I think it's Renegades versus Brisbane Heat. But I could be wrong there. And also, stupid on me, sorry. I was talking to my friends, says Brandon, and there, no worries. It's all good. Still very early on in this test match. It looks like quite a square ground. So you've got the short boundaries either side. 69 metres is still a decent enough whack, though. But down the ground, 84 metres to get it over on the full. So it's going to be a big hit. But a lot of these players in this game, Darcy Short, when he's seeing it out of the middle of the screws, can hit it normally 68 for fun. Matthew Wade's a bit the same. He's normally pretty handy with it in hand as well. Jai Richardson, man who's close to getting into that test match lineup maybe one day in the near future. Boland, he's almost got his place secured, but still Hazelwood does seem to be lurking around there, as he always will be, Josh Hazelwood, till the day he retires. And why not, or why are you doing yesterday? Pretty much I was actually in Timaru yesterday with George when the Big Bash was going on. That's hit something on the pitch and really shot sideways for Jai Richardson's first ball. Matthew Wade, have to be keeping an eye on that length of which team has the most BBL titles. Is it Perth or Melbourne? Oh, that's a great question. I know Perth have got a couple. Sydney Sixers also have themselves a few. They've had a lot more recently than any other side that was trying to whip it off the lead side. Matthew Wade unable to connect. It's phenomenal how people tried to hug the losers French when they not even involved, like President and Qatar people have some common sense and leave them alone. Let them grieve a lifelong dream, says Elon there. Speaking of dreams, Aaron Finch, I think he'll be dreaming of making it back into that Australian side. He just seems a little bit further away than he was at the start of the year, unfortunately. Finchy just not quite getting the totals together for the Melbourne Renegades with Jai Richardson now. 2 dot balls already in this over. Big bounce and delivery outside of off. Inglis likes it. The umpire said not out. I think that's how it's going to stay. Matthew Wade looking unfazed. And hi, says Amelia. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Hope you enjoyed your match day experience for the Melbourne Renegades game. Close game, going down to the wire. Always what you want to see. We're a couple sides going head-to-head in the BBL. And Matthew Wade just got a little bit too keen to go after that one. Tried to push at it. Jai Richardson, he just said very politely, how was that? To the umpire, who then said, it's not out. Use your review. You've still got one. Theoretically, Melbourne Sorry, not Melbourne. Hobart Hurricanes should not still have a review, but it's hard to tell. It's going to be down the leg side, races to the boundary as well. Just a little mistake from Richardson. I believe it's going to count as just the 4, or is it going to be the 5 wides? Should be 5 wides theoretically, unless Matthew Wade caught up back to it. Nope, goes down as 5 wides. And also go the Hurricane, says Robert, and also hi Amelia, says Elon. And my friend is stupid old man, right? F call me fats, says Brandon. Interesting statement. And will Finch come out of retirement to play 2023 World Cup? I don't think so. He just seems a little bit too far gone, Aaron Finch, at the moment. Don't get me wrong, great player, was absolutely brilliant, but now his body's just not working the way it once did. Like, he had that knee injury throughout the 2022 Cricket World Cup. In fact, that might have been the 2021 Cricket World Cup, and then he had another injury for 2022. It's just too many adding up for him to be able to keep at the top level for so long. My brother came with me as well. Seems like little man has a good luck charm, because every game he has been to, the Renegades have won. And he said it himself, the Gades were going to win, and we did, says Amelia. And yeah, it was a great game, going right down to the wire short ball. Once again, whipped away by Matthew Wade out to deep square leg. One taken, fielded out in the deep. And already closing in on the total that the Sydney Thunder were able to get for themselves. One of the earlier games of the BBL, getting bowled out for 15, which is quite the effort indeed. In fact, it's almost harder to get bowled out for 15 than it is to get bowled out for 250, I'd say. It's quite a tough task. And it won't till he'll be 38, says Robert. Hurricanes, says Elon. He is, I assume, going for the men who are wearing the purple. In fact, no, I don't have the cap down there anymore. I did put it in my cricket bag. Jai Richardson, last ball of his over, whipped to the leg side by Darcy Short. That's actually his first ball faced throughout this matchup. He didn't get any strike in the first over. Matthew Wade getting that single at the end of the first to then retain the strike, but now scoring 2 runs off his first delivery, doing quite nicely indeed. And also what's cool is my brother and I sat near where the Renegades ran out of, and my brother yelled out to Finchy, and he gave him the thumbs up before he ran out for the next innings. Oh, did he yell out to him, are you playing in next year's World Cup? And Finchy said, yeah, they'll still select me. Even though I'm past it, they'll still get me out there. Nah, very nice of Aaron Finch. Give him a thumbs up, and guess what? I'm going to say Argentina World Cup. Well, I assume you're going to say that they won, Brennan, and they certainly did. It was a great final, though. 3-3 going into penalties. At least the crowd can, or pretty much everyone in the world can say, at least they got some decent goals being scored. Do Messi now become GOAT and better than Ronaldo, says Coding? I know that that's definitely going to be a person-to-person judgment one, because some people I've learnt you can throw stats at them all they want, but their opinion's still right. So who knows? Some people will still say Ronaldo's the better one. Some people will say that Messi's now better because he's got a World Cup. But either way, people aren't going to change their mind. Like, if someone's like Messi for 10 years or someone's like Ronaldo for 10 years, they're not just going to switch all of a sudden and go, yeah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should go with the other one. It was pretty phenomenal, the Australian Test. Knew the Saffers would bring it, but oops was worse than what it is. Finch out, and also Mbappe got over GOAT after Pele, says Elon. That's a big shot from Matthew Wade. Looks like it's going to be falling into the field. Divots in, but just manages to race to the boundary. That will be second boundary of the day now for Wade. 21 runs on the board for the Hurricanes. We asked to win that power play. They've got an extra 10 more balls. Try and get as many runs as they can. Thing is, Aaron Finch isn't his favourite player. Corey, this is a hard one to say. Rocchioli, because they both have the same name, spelt the same. The first name, I assume. I assume it's Corey is the part that's spelt the same rather than that last name. It's that last name. That's the kind of one that you fail with your exam because you can't spell your own name. It's like 50% of the paper. Normally, just make sure you get that spelling right. But with a last name like that, I think I'm failing my exams there, which luckily I didn't do too bad in. I only failed one music theory, and that's because our teacher got a concussion. not because of me, just because of situations. Matthew Wade, another big shot that time. It has gone all the way for him. 6 runs. But Hurricanes looking to really attack early on. Behrendorff, he may have had a very good first over, but it looks like now Matthew Wade decided it's worth having a bit more of a crack at him. Advances down the wicket as well, and I think that's the takeaway. LBW, 73 metres, so just clearing the boundary rope. To decide to aim a little bit further towards the side. Smacks it nicely. I keep on almost calling Matthew Wade Aaron Finch. Maybe because they're both sitting on the outer skirts of being in any of the international Australian sides and cut out. Says Brandon. And also we have got the 1 Pele 2, Ronaldo 3, Messi 4, and Mbappe Ronaldo 1 more with different teams. Messi's still brilliant. Give Mbappe 2 to 5 years, to late 20s. And he's the best human ever. Not just football, the best human ever. And Corey is the part that's spelt the same. You're correct, says Amelia. Now Behrendorff, 2 balls left. Current run rate of 10.13, so they're ticking over very nicely here for the Hobart Hurricanes, but just losing that early wicket of Ben McDermott, I think, will be the slight concerning point. Once again, using his feet, Matthew Wade stepping way across the leg side, giving himself room. Bowler follows him nicely. Does just get it to Hatsugaloo, whose name I've said slightly wrong. And then I proceeded to get a call not loyal to the Renegades for not wanting to go to the GMHBA games because I went last year. I always watch the Renegades play, says Amelia. I guess that's once again down to that, like I mentioned earlier on, about how you can have all the facts in the world, but people are still going to say that you're wrong. But, I mean, from what I've heard, you're pretty loyal to the Renegades. You've got at least 3 of their kits, which is probably more than 90% of other people who are trying to say you aren't loyal to them. That's going to be a nice shot to close out the over. 29 for 1 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. So they continue to just tick over quite soundly. At the moment, I should mention as well, I'm still set up on the couch. We are actually going to have a guest a little bit later on this live stream. It is going to be my dad. He will be joining me, and a little bit of something to look forward to during the break. Me and him, we're going to be playing Cricket 22. This exact match, the Hobart Hurricanes taking on the Perth Scorchers in a 5-over slog fest while we are waiting for the match to get back underway. So that's something else to look forward to a little bit later on into the live stream. But the Hurricanes, they won the bat flip. They chose to bat. They love setting totals, something we saw last year in BBL11 quite often as well. I've had a fantastic day, so pretty on me way. Will behave. Let's go Hurricanes. Let's go, baby, says Elon now. It's straight up to the man at short covered. Darcy Short unable to get it through. I just got to make sure I keep on shaking the controller every once in a while to make sure it doesn't turn off while we are getting ready to go. And also, when it's Tony, guess please, no rush, but seriously, I reckon you'll work well together with Mark. Says Elon. Fun fact, Elon, we have actually already done about 3 live streams, me and Tony, together in the past. In fact, there's one on the channel. I'm not sure if it was just at the end of the live stream or a completely new one, but we talked for a good hour and a half or so on that one. Me, him, and Rugby Itch. So we have done things in the past, me and Tony. It is just a little bit of a hidden gem that's hard to find. Which cricket game you talked about? Cricket 22. It's a PC game. We have got it on Xbox, but it is also on PC as an option. I'm still going to every Marvel game. And bear in mind that it was a friend that had the guts to call me that as well. Yeah, he only started following the Renegades because of me, says Amelia. Yeah, so he probably doesn't have the kits that you have. Or the passion to go with it as well. Jai Richardson, bit of an expensive first over. That's because Matty Wade's starting to find the middle of the bat a bit more often. Hits it straight down to Hazgaloo. Been able to cut it off quite nicely to the single. Dow, I need to catch up. Definitely will look at, says Elon there. And see news everyone runs out on. Says Brandon, I assume you're talking about the A-League. And yeah, at the moment, that competition does have its fair share of problems that they're going to have to try and work out how to get through. Because unless they have some sort of serious punishment for it, people are going to keep on doing it. And it's just going to keep on ruining games. It's going to be hit to the lead side. Darcy Short gets it away for, looks like it's going to be just the single there. Well cut off in the end. little bit of a mistake from Jai Richardson. Ball went straight through the hands, but the fact that they didn't get through for the 2 is quite interesting. Hello. How do you do? You have missed the golden duck of Ben McDermott.
First up.
First ball of the innings. I'll try not to run over your toes, but we will adjust the microphone a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Look at the lights.
Can you see it all right?
I can see the lights.
There you go. And we've got 2 more balls left. Matthew Wade just smacked it to the leg side again. No one out there. One bounce 4. So he's moved up to 26 off 17. Darcy Short, been there since the start, faced 5 balls.
Oh.
Hasn't had much of an opportunity yet.
Okay.
And also, Fuff, I may not get on his knees, but we will all be on his knees for him. Okay, interesting. From Elon there. And also, he doesn't understand what it's like to win a title as well, says Amelia, for the Melbourne Renegades, and then have that little patch afterwards where they weren't quite able to get the job done. But yeah, that's the thing. You've stuck by them through the thick and thin. That's a misfield from Jai Richardson. Running hard, Matthew Wade. He's a quick little pocket rocket between the wickets, isn't he? Matthew Wade.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to be. Definitely when you don't have the legs the length of everyone else. Yeah. Makes it tricky.
I suspect because he was a little kid, he was probably a cheeky little bugger.
I think so.
Because he's always got plenty to say, in which case you've got to be fast, don't you? Right? If you're going to be cheeky, you've got to be fast.
I wonder how many brothers he's got. Because if they're older brothers, got to be very, very fast.
And coming.
Yeah. And trucking down under the ZAM show. Are you, mate? I'm doing very well. Thank you, trucking. Hope you're doing well also. Who are you picking to win this game? Do you think the Scorchers have got it in them? I think both of these sides had wins in their first games. This is being played in Hobart.
Oh, okay.
You see there? Is that Shadab Khan? Yes, it is. Getting ready to go in at number 4. Ali next to him. Going to be batting number 6. It's like if you're dumb, got to be tough.
Yep.
Says Elon. That's the slogan of Jackass, isn't it?
Probably.
If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
There's a few other things that sort of go along that road too.
Ashton Agar. If you're going to be bald, you might as well commit. That's the thing I get from him.
What are you saying?
No. Nothing personal, just Ashton Agar.
Right.
Decided from a young age, might as well. Same with Nathan Lyon.
Have we got many Australian viewers?
There's a few overall. Why, you got a question for Aussies?
I have.
Uh-oh.
I have got a question. If you were selling Hobart to someone from overseas, what would be that defining thing that sells Hobart?
Oh, okay.
Other than David Boone.
Okay. Was he a Hobart boy, was he?
Down the Tassie, mate. Tasmania.
Mm-hmm. What else could you... I mean, there's a bridge somewhere, isn't there?
Look, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Fair for the win, mate.
Uneducated. Never been to Hobart, never been to Tasmania.
Okay.
So, as an overseas person, what would be the one thing that would be the defining thing that sells Tasmania?
If I got mangoes, I'm sold.
That's all Tasmanian devils.
Those
good for fishing.
They're little aggressive little things, aren't they?
Yeah.
How was your cricket mate or cricket match the other day? Well, trucking. It's still a little bit, slightly you can see it, but I got very badly sunburned. The video, I believe, is going to be coming out in about 2 or 3 days' time. And I've actually got my GoPro batting footage and there, and my footage from umpiring, which I think hasn't really been done too much in the YouTube side of things. I know people have done their batting GoPro before, but actually umpiring, I don't think that's been done too often. So
you get the best view in the house.
You do, and you make some good calls and some bad calls.
Yes.
When you're out there. A little bit of controversy at the helm.
We'll keep them guessing on that one. They can work it out. Reverse sweep.
Nice shot.
He's played it well too.
Straight through the gap for Matthew Wade. And that goes to the boundary.
That guy was going to give up that chase, and then he said, maybe it's not going to go. And then, no, it
went. And hi, lads. And Dad. Hurricanes doing good. They are. They've started this match well. McDermott, not so much. Got himself that golden duck. But yeah, trucking. It was a good day out. Other than the sunburn, it was good. Mum got to watch me play cricket for the first time in 10 years. Which is, that's a long time.
It is actually a long time.
But yeah, there's also, unfortunately, she got to capture the moment when I was trying to chase after a ball and gravity just kept dragging me down. And I learned that I can do an army roll. That's something I didn't know.
Oh, well run.
I almost had to do 2 army rolls in a row.
Oh, you got to pick your feet up.
It's hard work. This running stuff. Oh, Matthew Wade, has he got an injury? See him kind of shaking out that left arm a little bit?
No, he's all right.
He's tough. I mean, we've seen
He's
him face
tough.
Neil Wagner and just repeatedly get struck with the ball.
Oh.
And
He's played it again.
it's a great shot. Ashton Agar can't believe it.
I think he said one of those naughty things then.
Oh, those bad words.
Something me, I think he said.
Nah. Yeah, Matthew Wade get hit with Neil Wagner's short ball in a test match, smack on the shoulder, and decide to try and stare down Neil Wagner afterwards.
Yeah, we'll have another crack at it.
And then Wagner was just like, "You all right?" And then he'd bowl the exact same ball, smack him again. And Matthew Wade just wanted to play don't blink.
Well, he didn't want to hit it, did he? So if you're not going to hit it, because they give you a bat to defend yourself, don't they?
They do.
If you're not going to hit it, and Wags is, well, he's quite happy just to keep bowling it a bit short if you're not going to play it. Then eventually you get to the stage where you end up with so many bruises that you get a bit tender.
Like a tenderized steak.
But it was certainly an interesting tactic.
They don't work in the end.
No, not really. I don't think it made one iota to Neil Wagner. He certainly didn't lose any heart if the guy who just wants to stand there and get hits with it.
And also, we will definitely be watching that video, says Chuck. And yeah, it's going to be a fun one. And McDermott going to go ridiculous. And there, we've got a spam out. And I believe we don't have any moderators, so I'm going to have to deal with that one. You want the honours or you want me to? There we go. We'll give him a slap.
Aye, give yourself an uppercut.
Give him a nice little 1-2. Just like, what are those?
What a dog.
It's going to be the single. If you wait.
Move past 50, 5.2 overs, so they're cranking along.
I think that's something that we've seen more since the first game. Everyone realised that the power surge or the power play at the start, it took them a while to realise that that's actually when you're supposed to be hitting boundaries. Because that first game when it was 133 and 132 or whatever it was, everyone after that kind of went, well, 25 off a first 4 overs just doesn't quite cut it.
It's not actually enough, no.
And it never sets you up for that 170 plus score that they'll be looking for. I think they've actually got Darcy Short mic'd up here by the looks of it.
Yeah.
A bit of a chat with the camera.
Well, the trouble nowadays is that the bowlers are getting better and better at bowling to their fields. So once the field starts to spread a little bit, they've actually got the ability to bowl to that field. So it doesn't actually free up too many boundaries unless you get the Matthew Wade improvise by a reverse sweep or...
Ooh.
That was a big wind-up. He nearly got beaten by the turn there.
The turn of Turner.
The turn of Turner.
I can see you're a bit sunburnt. Are you a bit red in the face? Yeah. I feel like rather than showing you my arm, I should have just gone like, no, the light saves me a bit here.
Yeah.
To be honest. And the fact that these curtains are red. How'd that miss the stumps?
How'd that miss everything?
Matthew Wade's just played and missed drastically at that one. Only the 5 runs off Turner.
That one about over.
That was a very good over. Slow them down a bit. Stop that momentum going. And when you go to Hobart, you moderate it by flying to Melbourne, says Elon there. And I was like, I'd be moderate, says it Brandon. So no one's really told you anything good to do in Hobart or Tasmania.
No. I'll just have to go and have a beer with Bernie.
Jeez, you'd be under the table.
He'll be keen for a beer.
He's always keen, isn't he?
I would imagine so.
Although he's got his officiating to do now, doesn't he?
Yes.
In charge of the big boy stuff for the
Dean
Australian
Jones
cricket.
is another Tasmanian, I think.
Could he sink a bit of piss?
Well, if you're drunk with Booney, you probably had to. But he's very, very good at running between the wickets. Dean Jones. From a Kiwi perspective, one of the most annoying Australian cricketers out. But that was only because he was good.
Okay. And also, the best thing to do in Tasmania is leave, says Greg. Great cut shot from short. Goes straight out to the fielder, though.
Yep.
It's like you mentioned, setting a field and actually bowling to it.
Great shot, easy single.
And also you got to go, or you got to Hobart, or I think that's you got to go to Hobart for shits and giggles. Says Elon there. Maybe we got to do like a Hobart tour. Get ourselves a big hat saying "I heart Hobart," and just go around the streets asking the people what there is to do here. They'll probably get offended, won't they?
They could do, some of them. Yeah. It's pretty easy to offend in Australia.
Just like it is all places now that we're closing in on 2023.
Yep.
Everything offends everyone. Matthew Wade stepped to the leg side. That would have offended someone.
Well bowled.
It's going to get 2 runs.
Aye.
Nice one. Just right onto the...
I might get another one yet.
Onto the ring. Direct hit. Again. They might take 2 more here. It's like our team at the end of our innings.
Going to settle for 3. They could have if they hadn't run past so far. It's on to the 30-metre circle.
You know, he's safe by about a metre there.
Yeah.
And then just flies off.
Ricochets off. Nearly goes to the boundary.
And also, to be fair, if you go to Hobart, you deserve a hug, said Elon there. And while I want to Christmas be moderate to Kiwi lads, I will give it, said Brandon. That's going to be hit to the circle again.
No, just a single that time.
Yeah, our team had a shocking moment at the end of our innings of bowling. We knew they were running anyway. So they tap it out. It's easy single. Thanks very much. End of the game, or end of the innings it should have been. And then someone biffs it at the stumps, misses, overthrow. Then someone rockets it back across. Another couple or another overthrow. I think we managed to cut it off. That's a big full toss. Matthew Wade. It's gone extremely high, but I think it's just gone straight up, almost straight down. That's going to be a Matthew Wade half century. What a way to bring it up. Oh, Matthew Wade.
Wow. Hey, nice big full toss pie.
I know a thing or two about those.
Yeah, you're supposed to play at Hamish?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Shorts had 11 balls to face.
Yeah, I don't know what he's fucking around at, actually.
No, so Brandon, I watched one of your live streams the other day. Says ducking down under there. I actually popped in for one the other night as well. I said, hey, how are you? I just realised Ian Foster's getting a little bit neglected at the moment. He's been down there for ages. He's looking bumped up and roughed up a little bit.
Oh, that's a wicket.
Matthew Wade's gone.
Yep.
Jeez, Ian always ruining a good game, isn't he?
Aye, good old Fozzie. Killed it again.
Matthew Wade.
He's got to feel bad about that.
Got a bit of attitude there.
That was it for the smacking, I think.
Outside or off stump. Tried to get it away. Interesting catching technique. Tell you what, it's more and more common now for players to go that way.
Reverse cut?
Yeah. Even if it's down about thigh height, it's now still bend down, go on a knee.
They're sort of trying to follow it all the way down, aren't they? Keep your eyes on it, keep your eyes on it. Once you go to there, especially with the balls going so high, and it may have something to do with the lights side of it.
And also, I guess worst comes to worst, smacks you in the body, and then maybe you gather it again.
It up there and it's straight through the hands and hits them fair in the head. The body's probably the best place to get hit with it if it's coming through your hands. But
Shadab Khan, he's one to watch.
Goes a bit.
He goes well, all rounder, but bats number 4.
Okay.
Got very handy off spin or leg spin.
Right.
One of the two.
Also, 2 for 67 off 6.5. That's not a bad start.
Going by quickly. Yes, I subscribe, mates. He's striking down under. And also, we have got the Hamish Dad question. How good is your match mind? Hamish, what I will do. Is Brandon? I guess how good is your cricketing brain, maybe? He knows a thing or two about a thing or two when it comes to the cricketing world.
A little bit.
Used to coach me. I turned out all right.
Well.
I mean, well.
Right, first ball to Khan.
Oh,
a lot of wrist in that.
A little bit too close to cut there.
Trying to generate some pace there from a very close ball. Yeah.
Into the 7th, 67 for 2. And it's like how they teach you sex education these days. It's all about not getting through the hands. The body is the best place to get hit. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember we had to do that at school, the sex education side of things. Yep, we did.
Oh.
And they'd have a box that everyone could put their little questions in.
Oh, yes.
You know, anonymous boxes.
The anonymous box.
Yeah. That lasted a week.
Yeah.
Then I think the teacher said, out of the, how many? About 20, I think 3 or 4 had swear words on them.
Oh.
That had nothing to do with the education side of things. So that got taken away pretty quick.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
First bit of spin, is it?
Hasgaloo. He loves absolutely ripping the ball apart before he gets to the crease.
He does look like a ripper, doesn't he?
There you go. That's not a bad ball to start him off, though, although it's been driven out through cover for 4. Good shot from short.
Was a good shot.
So you deal with that. You say you can move around all you want before you bowl the ball, but as soon as it's down here, I'm putting it to the boundary.
You can smile and look excited and give it a rip and all the rest of it, and I'll smash it through the covers for 4.
Just the slightly wrong length. Half volley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Darcy Short says, yeah, that'll do me. I'll join your Discord, mate. Says trucking down under. That's going to be a great shot.
And again.
Are you a part of my Discord as well, Trucking? We might have to get you a little double whammy there while we're at it. As soon as that cricket one's posted, I am going to be putting that link.
How do you say this guy's name, Hamish?
Hatskaloo, I believe it is.
Oh.
Some people say Hatzoglu. It just depends on where you want to cut it off, really.
Oh, okay.
Whether or not you want that Z as the starting point or the ending point of a section.
Fair enough.
I just say it really quick so people think I know how to say it. Hatskaloo.
Well, he's bowled 3 not bad balls and gone for
9 runs.
9 runs. In all honesty, but he certainly comes into the wicket with a heap of speed for a spinner.
He's got a lot of movement,
a lot of bounce
everywhere else.
He's keen. Not like some of those sort of older spinners that sort of a couple of 3 yards. I'll just loop myself in here.
Speaking of spinners, Chris Green, one who always got questioned for his action. It actually got cited at one point because they thought he was throwing the ball down. Oh, that's Shadab Khan's gone after it. I don't think he's got enough of that, but it's going to fall safe.
He sent it straight into the gap, though.
I think that's Inglis out deep. No, it's Lynn instead.
Pulled up, meter inside the boundary.
You know what? There's another spinner in the BBI at the moment. I don't know if it's Hosnan or it might be another fella, but he actually does a win well with the non-bowling arm. Does a nice little, I'll give it one of those and then I'll bowl it.
This guy's not quite so smiley now, but he's sort of
focused.
He's still very focused, isn't he? No?
He was about to appeal that, and that came out of the middle of Shadab Khan's bat. And also we have got there, Craig's got cat's milk on the shirt. Good man, says Tony. Yeah. It's easier than a towel, isn't it, when it comes to building? Jersey's your first towel, isn't it?
Well, it is, yeah. That was actually painting that. But,
Did you get any on the wall?
Yeah. When you get a bit of dust in it, you just wipe it off your finger and then wipe it on the shirt. I don't mind.
It almost looks fashionable with all the polka dots.
You reckon?
Yeah, you might have to keep on
Unfortunately, I got some on my trousers as well, but that's sealant, I think.
It's a bit harder to get out, isn't it?
The sealant is, yeah. It tends to be waterproof. Not quite so good in the washing machine.
The question of you, Hamish, what is 34? I think that's divided by 43 and something else 3. That's why I ask how your mind is. It's quite far away, Brandon. So my eyesight's worse than my mind. I can't actually read it. I'm in your Discord. All was sorted then. You get notified as soon as that video is up. Shannon and Matthew Wade there. But yeah, I'm hoping for Wednesday or Thursday. I was worried that a few of the clips had been cut out accidentally. I found that one that went past me was actually there. Yeah. But there's about 3.5 hours of footage, I believe it is.
Matthew Wade's just going, I was bashing it. And I just left that one short. Right. So now you got to carry on.
Moves up to 22 now, Darcy Short. I feel like he's probably going to be the silent assassin of this innings.
Well, he could be.
Slowly ticking over. I'm glad that he's on mute at the moment, Matthew Wade.
He looks like he's just talking far too much. Far too much to say.
That's what people say about me. How many runs / wickets did you get the other day? Or will that come out in the video? I could save it to the video, I guess. I haven't actually mentioned to anyone how many I got. All I'll say is me and Jay, we discussed it, and I was like, Jay, if I get a half century, I'm going straight to the supermarket and I'm buying myself a mango. I did not get a mango that night. So that tells you one thing. And bloody sad, isn't it? Because fresh mango goal, right?
Never mind.
Oh, straight back down the ground. Nicely played by Shadab Khan. Oh, no, he's playing a bit of football alongside it. The final was last night, mate.
Yeah, he's been watching the World Cup, hasn't he? Right, at least he didn't kick it over the boundary. Man, the old batsman's eyes lit up there, didn't he?
Shadab Khan, he does not mess around.
Aye.
Whether it's the first ball or his 15th, he will still try and smack the ball if it's there to be hit.
It's just pitched up a smidgen too far for him to get underneath it.
Giving himself room, smacks it out through cover. That's a shot and a half, and it has raced to the boundary. Ashton Agar, he hasn't bowled badly. It's just the batsmen are
just
taking him on.
Improvisation, basically.
And tracking down under, I put to you, mate. Link says Brandon there, and also tonight says Tony, and Kiwis playing tonight, or any Kiwis. I believe
Jimmy Neesham's in this one.
I was going to say Jimmy Neesham, no longer Colin Munro for the Perth Scorchers, and I don't believe they've replaced him with another Kiwi.
Oh.
So I believe our Kiwi count is 5 at the moment.
Oh. What happened to Colin?
Colin is now actually playing for the Brisbane Heat.
Ah, that's right.
Oh, that's a... Whoa, where's the ball gone? Inglis could have just got the run out, but he's just missed it straight through his hands, I think. I think he was trying to take the bails off before he had the ball where he needed it to be.
Shocker there. Did they actually get a run, or was it just a complete and utter balls up?
Balls up, I believe.
Balls up.
Because Shadab Khan was still on strike. So that's the yes, no.
Yes, no. Both of them met in the middle.
Both of them could have been run out at either end.
Yeah.
But neither got out
or
at
either end.
Either end.
Ah.
Giving himself room. See, Agar's not doing too much wrong here. He's putting the ball on the stump so that if Shadab Khan misses, he gets them.
Yeah.
But he just isn't missing. Into the ninth over, 88 for 2. Trying to shake it off here.
That was a big miss. Big miss, big balls up. Aye. Both batsmen said, yes, we're going. Then they said, oh, maybe we're stopping. Then they had a wee meeting in the middle of the pitch on the way past and said, which way do you want to go?
Just a quick apology as well.
Quick apology. Oh, God, somebody's getting run out here. In the end, the throw was a bit low. Keeper couldn't pick it up clean, and away it went. And everybody just wandered back into their crease.
Like nothing ever happened.
Oh, yeah.
So interestingly enough, we're 1 over away from the power surge here. From when they can take it, I should say, anyway, which is 2 more overs of only 2 men outside the ring. We've seen so many times in the BBL sides getting their power surges very wrong.
Yep.
If you're Hobart, I feel like you've got to take it at the 10th, don't you?
Keep the momentum going.
You've got 2 set, relatively set batsmen. You're scoring freely.
Yeah.
And it uses up a couple more overs of the big bowlers. Because like Shadab Khan, 2 men outside of the ring, he's going to have a party.
Well, yeah. If you're going to send in a pinch hitter, which obviously Khan is, and Darcy Short's no mug either, there's not much point in sending in a pinch hitter if you're going to get this field spread. You know, the idea of a pinch hitter is to hit boundaries. Well, it's harder to hit boundaries if you've got 9 people protecting him. So I think you're right, Hamish. I think that, you know, if they don't lose a wicket in this over, then you just keep that going.
All well fielded. For Jai Richardson. Yeah, because we've seen sides in the past, they wait 1 more over when they've got 2 guys set, then they lose the wicket, then they get those 2 set, another 2 overs, then they think about, oh, yeah, we could take it, another wicket.
And at the end, they end up taking it in the last couple of overs where you're going to be hitting anyway. So, so they don't get the full benefit of it. I think they've got a real good chance to keep the opposition under pressure here. And the deeper they go scoring, you know, 9.5, 10 and over, the more and more pressure that comes on the bowlers. So if you let that off and let them sort of get away with a few easy overs and sneak the odd wicket or that, and you lose that little bit of momentum, it's a little bit like, you know, other sports, rugby and that, where sometimes it's hard to get that momentum back.
Next to bat, Tim David. He's known for smacking like 120-metre sixes. Jimmy Neesham's no mug with the bat. Asif Ali.
He'll have a swing. Yep.
You're still going to have guys later on who can get it all the way to the boundary if you do lose any wickets.
Yep.
In that power surge. And Hamish,
they're halfway through their overs, basically. So at the end of the day, you've got 8 wickets to lose in 10 overs.
Also, we have got that Elon Fuff, says Tony. And Songstay says random, but then also a little bit earlier on, Hamish, let your dad do some commentary for 5 minutes. There you go.
No, he's a yapper.
I'm a yapper.
No.
Always have been.
He knows all the players, so that's why he gets to talk quite so much.
I'm all left.
I can only chip in every now and then and impart my wisdom on him.
What are you doing in the break? We are actually... That's a good transition. No, not drinking
we're not
yet.
drinking.
Not drinking yet. Throughout the break, Shadab Khan's gone after. I don't know if he's got that one, but he's once again perfectly found a gap. So during the break, me and Dad, we are actually going to be playing Cricket 22 with these exact same sides from, I told you about this. And we're going to be doing like a 5 or 10 over smash fest pretty much. Trying to chase down a total. There might be beverages involved if he behaves.
I'm not sure we'll control the buttons as this.
Hamish's old man correct about momentum, and T20 is such a momentum game. Be aggressive, says Elon.
Yep. You don't want to hand the ascendancy back to the opposition.
No.
Foot on the throat and keep it there.
So this is the drinks break currently.
Okay.
So their coach will come out, or a player who represents the coach, and say, this is what we think from the sideline. Where is this game being played? It is at UTAS Stadium in Hobart, or in Tasmania. So looks like a decent enough day by looks of it.
Yeah. Crowd's not huge, but nice enough looking grandstand, or nice enough looking field.
I think they play a bit of AFL here as well, if I'm not wrong. In the cricketing off season. Fun fact, Jimmy Neesham, former New Zealand indoor cricket captain. Also, Robbie Kerr was years ago father of Amelia Kerr, says Tony. There you go. A little bit of a little fun fact window there of the drinks.
Indoor cricket?
Not really, no. I don't know if I've played a single proper game of indoor cricket.
Okay. Well, as a specialist, there's another bat coming out, so that might be a big club.
There's not really anywhere to play indoor cricket here, is there?
No, unfortunately.
We've got a massive sports centre, but I don't think they allow them to actually play it there or to book it out to play indoor cricket.
Yeah.
You'd have to pay a massive amount. Do they have indoor cricket in Timaru? I know you mentioned one when we drove past once.
They used to. I don't believe it's still going. Not that I know of anyway. I think it's one of those things that's like a lot of sports that it's just sort of fallen by the wayside. I know when we were younger, we used to travel down to Oamaru, which is sort of half an hour south of here. We used to play indoor cricket down there.
How old would you have been for that? You also
15, 16-year-olds.
Bit of drinking.
Yeah, no, a lot of drinking. But, that was back in the good old days where you put 8 people in the car and go to indoor cricket. 4 in the front seat and 4 in the back before you had the bucket seats. We always used to leave at the same time and stop at the pub either on the way to the game or on the way home. Eventually, they worked out that we were a lot stronger in the game if we had an early game. If we had a late game after 3 or 4 beers on the way down there, we didn't play quite as well, but a lot of fun. A lot of fun, a lot of good times. But yeah, it's a shame that it doesn't sort of carry on now. But you're not allowed to drive like that nowadays, anyway.
I thought that was going to be another overthrow. In fact, I thought it was going to be 4. So they haven't taken the power surge.
No.
Interesting. I would have thought that would have been the time to give it a crack. Maybe next over.
Yeah, but what are you waiting for?
Because Behrendorf's the bowler, and I would have thought Behrendorf would have bowled the power surge. Maybe they have, and they just don't actually have it
written up yet.
written up there. And also, we have got there Oweni Martinez. I thought you were referring or referencing my message. Also, congratulations on your country winning the Football World Cup, says Elon. And also got the new Kookaburra Beast English Willow. Hopefully, it does end up going all right for you. Moment, the Grey Nichols Max for me, it does the job enough, but I do have a hole in the bottom of it.
What?
On the side.
Oh, I was going to say, what? In the middle of it?
No. No, I still can't find the middle too often, though, unfortunately. It's going to be, almost at the leg side. And also, we have got there, we had a little bit earlier on about how, because we are going to be doing the cricket in the middle break, they won't get bored as well, because it can feel like a long time, the 10-minute interval, because some of the sides, like definitely because here in New Zealand, we just get ads throughout that 10 minutes.
Yep.
And then we get like a little bit of the ground, then some more ads, then a little bit of the ground, more ads.
Yeah.
It just seems to take
Pretty
forever.
much it's just 10 minutes of getting ads.
Also, well, that's a shame, says Elon. In there as well. And also we have got there about it being the rugby off-season. My eyesight's really bad. We got another mass question from Brandon. In the 90s where I lived in Aussie, they had indoor cricket on free-to-air. Says Tony there. And also we have got there.
It's quite cool to watch. Those those guys that are really, really good at it. Certainly sort of fast game and really, really interesting to watch.
Have you seen blind cricket before? That's quite incredible.
With the bell?
Yeah. I think Owen Morgan actually gave it a go for some sort of promotional.
How is that not wide?
It was wide.
Oh.
It did bring up the 100.
I was going to say. That's like about 2 feet above his head.
And even though he's tried to.
Even with the periscope, he couldn't get it.
Give it a go. That's going to be hit to the leg side from Shadab Khan. He's got a pick in gaps, isn't he?
He's finding them right at the moment.
Which is, Behrendorf's angry.
A bit of frustration for the bowler there.
Because the thing is with Shadab Khan as well, going like this with your wrists and still being able to aim, it's very tricky.
I think he's just swinging.
You think he's just hitting it and luckily getting in the gaps?
Yeah, I'm not sure there's too much aiming in it. I think there's just an awful lot of agricultural heaving. He's just looking to get bat on ball and get bat on ball as hard as he can, I think. But he's 18 off 14, so he's getting there.
Behrendorf, even though he had that good first over where he got the golden duck of Ben McDermott, he's still gone for 9 runs and over here.
Yeah.
Probably actually one of the more economical bowlers we've seen. They're just showing Aaron Finch last night getting 70 runs off 43 deliveries.
Wow.
The thing is, though, with Finchy, he still needs to keep doing that.
Yeah. He can't just do it 1 week or 1 game. Right, here we go. Power play, is it? Power surge.
Yep, taking the power surge. Smart move here. Bet you they lose both of these guys to wickets here.
Oh, well.
It could happen. And I've seen blind cricket, but the players haven't, says Tony.
Yeah.
Right, short on strike. It's going to be hit straight down the ground. Looks like they're going to be running them.
Yeah.
Be pulling up.
Pitched it over the top.
And it gets it back in, just the 2 runs taken.
Right, $1 million question.
Okay.
Have you had blind cricket? Do you have a blind umpire as well?
Well.
Does he listen for the...
I don't know if there's much edging in blind cricket, though.
John got it? Is there not?
Because the ball goes along the ground.
Oh, does it?
Or else it would be a safety as it wouldn't.
No.
So it's kind of like,
bowl the big full P.
You give it the old roll.
Listening. Oh, okay.
And then
that's a shot.
That's a great shot from short. That's gone all the way for 6.
That's a fantastic shot.
He now moves up to 35 off 24 deliveries.
Aye. He was just warming up on that first one.
Just testing out the water. And also, Hamish, when does the test for the Black Cat start in New Zealand? Okay, New Zealand tests, I believe,
We've got Boxing Day.
We've got Boxing Day in Pakistan.
Oh, yeah.
And then
in New Zealand.
It's either India or Sri Lanka, isn't near the end of January, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, or early February.
Bangladesh, isn't it? India, Bangladesh.
We've got both of them over here.
Yeah, I don't think Sri Lanka's coming here, are they?
I believe they are because I said I wouldn't be able to do it because I don't want to get copyrighted by our Sri Lankan friends.
Has he caught that?
Yep.
Wow.
That's a wicket short.
That's an absolutely fantastic catch.
Anticlimactic without sound, isn't it?
Wow.
But that's been rocketed towards him. Behrendorff takes it low, and Andrew Tye gets the wicket.
Rocketed to backward square, basically. Deep backward square. Yeah, the umpire's just confirmed that he's caught it.
Okay, so on-field decision is out, but they want to go upstairs just to make sure.
It looks like he's run round the boundary, almost slipped over and managed to catch it beside him, I think. Looking at the replay. There's a little bit of confusion. Yeah, legal delivery.
It's a good start.
That's the first thing.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good catch.
So he slid past it and he's caught it basically at ground level.
Very handy catch. Definitely from a bowler.
Oh,
who's about 6'4".
Yeah, for a big guy. He's done that really well on the slide around the boundary, basically.
He actually, it wasn't even a slip. He wanted to slide that way, didn't he?
Yeah.
Also, we have got the 16th of Feb, England at home, says Tony there. And also, form our friends. You full of it, Hamish. Form our friends. Form our friends. Form. From our friends. Fish are friends, not food is a great quote from Bruce. From Finding Nemo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And also, a question for you, Hamish. Dad, do you like a nap or sleeping in your own bed or sleeping in someone's house? Pick two, Hamish, two. So, do you prefer sleeping in your own bed or someone else's house?
Normally my own bed. Normally because I've got my own wife with me.
Yep. I do not in my case for my answer. But yeah, own bed's normally decent unless it's like a really comfy bed.
And you probably get in trouble if you're sleeping in someone else's house with
someone else's wife. Yeah, you know that normally leads to problems, doesn't it?
Does create the odd argument, I would imagine.
Only if you get caught, though.
Well, yeah, probably.
I like to tell kids that drinks break is where someone brings out the drinks. One of the batsmen goes berserk and smashes all the drinks. It's an idea for the future, maybe.
Yeah, everything's in plastic containers nowadays, though.
What about you dangle a bottle off a fishing rod, blindfold the batsman, and he's got to try and hit it?
Oh, yeah, we know how that ends.
Yeah, you just end up with someone else getting smacked, don't you?
Yeah, I've seen videos of that. Yeah, pinatas. Right.
Andrew Tye, 2 wickets already. This is Tim David. He might start slow or he might just go after it. What a peach. Great delivery.
That's a good nut first up.
Casanova of Waimate, says Tony. Not quite, no. No, I hardly leave my own house, let alone go into anyone else's. It's a great catch, though. Showing it once again. Good catch. Ejected score. If they go at 12, they get 210 from here. Giving himself room, glides it over the top. Tim David.
That's a beautiful shot.
Knows how to play them. He's got an all round the ground.
Steps back the leg, straight off the face of the bat, straight through the gully region. Look at this big angle on the bat.
Middle of the bat as well.
Middle of the bat. Yeah, I clubbed it clean.
Also, we have got there, where does the cat or where does the cat sleep? He does sleep on the bed. Overall, normally, or in a box. Boxes are also handy. That's a nothing shot, but he's still got enough of it. Even though he got it middled.
He's chipped it over 3 people. Fielding in close.
At that situation, if he actually put power on it, might have cleared it a little bit further.
Yeah.
And well done, Martinez, says Elon there, and sleep in my bed. A year and kick and a half, says Brandon. Exactly right, yeah. Yeah. I assume you're speaking as in if you're also in the bed, Brandon, or just if someone, like a guest comes to your house and someone says, right, they're in your bed, Brandon, and you just kick them? possibly. Sounds like something George would do.
Get kicked out of your own bed. Right. Joy Richardson coming back.
Gone for also 9 runs per over.
Yep. Well, yeah. Not quite 10 and over, 116 off 12. So, technically going for 9. You're under the run rate. Just.
And I'm live. I believe he's English.
Is this the last over of the power surge?
Yes. Whoa. That's an interesting delivery, but it's actually going to be worked away for 4 runs for Shadab Khan. Joe Richardson, he's laughing about it. He's going, that wasn't what was actually supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But
he's tried to bowl a slow one. It's come out of the hand all wrong. Ended up wide outside off stump and a full toss.
It's just those wrists, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wish my wrists did that.
I bet that ball had some spin on it.
How big are your wrists? You'd have decent sized wrists. Couple cats fighting outside. They are arguing about who gets to sleep where. That's what's happening out there.
Well, they're not even our cats.
No. See, my wrists aren't very big, so I don't think I've got that whippage. Oh, that's the ball he wanted last time, I think.
Yep.
When at first you don't succeed, bowl it again, because that last one beforehand looked nothing like that.
Batsman's smiling because he knows that he's been made an absolute idiot there. Or idiot of.
Hamish, start going around the neighbourhood at night time. Look into the window, see a lady you like, go back in the morning and ask for a cup of sugar, says Tony.
Right. Okay.
Is that what you do, Tony?
Yeah. Probably not quite the best plan, but...
Oh! Jai Richardson straight through. Shadab Khan gets the wicket. Bowled him.
Yorked him beautifully.
That was slightly quicker.
Set him up for a couple of slow balls. Then bumper.
Shadab Khan, not a happy man about that one.
He was happy a minute ago after getting done by that super slow ball.
Now, do you remember only 9 balls ago me saying, I bet you both of these two will go out in the power surge?
Nobody likes a smart ass.
But it was a joke, and they have, unfortunately. That means we get to see... No, it's actually Ali first. I was going to say that means we get to see Jimmy.
They might put Jimmy in.
Oh, Jimmy.
No, different
Jimmy Neesham. You can see why they don't do it for him, can't you?
It's Jimmy Neesham.
Yep. Promoted. Billy T. James once said in an ad, better's like a rugby game. Every time I'm offside, my wife gets a free kick. Says Kiwi gamer there. And my right wrist is huge. My left is normal size, says Elon. Interesting. Dominant hand, isn't it? That's, of course, what you're referring to.
Yeah. What he should do is actually use his other hand a bit more.
Even them out.
Yeah. That would be the best scenario there. Right, Jimmy Neesham. I think I put him in because he's left-handed just to change things up a little bit. But slow ball first up or another one of them full ping Yorkers?
I was gonna say
he went for the Yorker, and that was a good effort. Well done, Jimmy, digging that one out.
Almost needed a shovel for that one.
I jarred the hands a wee bit.
2 balls left to the power surge. Hasn't been a high-scoring one.
Well, to be fair, apart from that first ball, he's bowled 3 Jaffers in this over, so a little bit hard to hit them.
Also, good advice taken, says Elon there. 2 more for Jai, charging in. Big full toss. That's actually, I think that's out.
I think it's just down leg.
Because it
just down leg.
They've got a review.
They're
going upstairs by the looks of this because they're all high-fiving. I think that's just floated down.
Yeah.
It's very deceptive. I
think it'll be whether it's hit him outside leg or not.
That's a ripper of a ball that he's developed.
That's another beautiful slow ball.
Because not only is it the same trajectory as the full pinger Yorker, but it also just dies.
I bet it looks like it's doing 140 Ks when it comes out of his hand. Yeah. Ball's legal. That's a start.
And then it just floats.
It's just like a knuckleball arrangement, basically.
We're going to get to see it down the seam here.
Jimmy Neesham.
Just floating. It's hit him on the toe on the legs.
Hit him on the toe on the first side, didn't it? So it's pitched outside leg.
You think? just.
We're going to need to go back a wee bit. Well, if it's hit him on the toe, it's pitched outside leg.
Congrats, Marty. And also, let's go Brandon. Who knows what that means?
No, it's bounced in front of his toe.
Is it? Oh, so it hasn't hit that front foot.
I don't think so.
Oh, no. I think you're right there. It's right on leg stump.
It's pitched on leg. I think he's in trouble.
Jimmy's missed this. Yeah, no, that's...
Oh, no. Yeah, no, did. Just clipped his toe.
Did it?
Yeah.
But then did it clip it in line?
I think it's near enough. I think he'd be given.
I was giving it out straight away.
Where's he?
Yeah. Impact in line, hitting in line. 3 reds.
Gone burger.
Jai Richardson, golden duck for Jimmy Neesham.
No, not golden duck. He survived the first one, only 2 home.
Did he survive the first ball?
Yeah.
What was his first ball? Oh, no, yeah, the Yorker, wasn't it? Yeah. It might as well be a golden duck. They've just shown Darcy Short as the man who's been dismissed for 35.
Excellent.
Anyone who didn't have their glasses on would be like, geez, he scored those in a hurry.
Wow.
There we go. Now they found the right animation.
2 balls.
2 balls. Unlucky Neesham will be scoring
Jimmy.
big today, says Coding.
Well, Jai Richardson's just putting a little bit of brakes on here in the power play overs or the power.
3 quick wickets.
Yes.
Savali now back in. And also we have their round figures, says Tony. And also Brandon, I have had too many to look back through the messages, but I do know you are not Hugh Hefner as well, says Elon. And also, Perth will win this match, yes or no, says Pravin. Well, if they're going to, it's going to be down to some fantastic bowling.
Oh, there you go.
From Jai Richardson, Behrendorff, and also Andrew Tye. It's actually a very underrated bowling lineup. When you consider international cap-wise, the 3 of them don't really have a huge amount of international experience.
No, but they've all been there, though, haven't they?
Been there, done that.
At some stage, they've just never... Well, it's pretty hard to secure a spot.
That's almost 6 Yorkers in a row there, other than that first ball that got whipped away.
That's a fantastic over.
Right where you need it to be.
Absolutely fantastic over. Other than one loose ball that he didn't quite get right, he's got 2 fantastic slow balls and 4 Yorkers. Or 3 Yorkers. Subsequently now, what do you go for? 4 runs in that over off the first ball.
Yep. And then
everything else they couldn't hit.
2 wickets.
Yep.
Very
2
good.
2 for
over.
22 off 3.
I'm from India. I love cricket, says Praveen, and there is plenty coming up in the near future. We're just now getting into that cricketing season. Even though we've just had the T20 World Cup, now it's into the test matches.
Yeah.
And everything
into
along
the real cricket now.
Those lines.
Into the real cricket.
Hugh Hefner used to give the playmates sausage sandwiches with no bread, says Tony.
Well, that's how Hugh ended up with all his money, isn't it? Because he kept the bread.
Hobart look good, says Tony. They do, although now, this is a big bowling choice because Ashton Agar up against Tim David. David loves slower deliveries. That's not going to be worked away, though. But Agar's a little bit quicker than the average spinner.
Yeah, he does roll him down a wee bit. And they're in the predicament now where you've got a new batsman, hasn't faced the ball yet. You've got David, who's only faced 4 balls. Might be an opportunity to get Ashton Agar a couple of overs through.
Oh, it's cut away through that same gap.
Slashed the big thick edge out through backward point.
It's another 4 runs.
Ashton Agar's going, what do I have to do to get one of these guys to actually hit the ball in the middle of the bat?
And what are you talking about? Questions for you, Hamish. Dad, will you take Hamish out for Rugby Sevens game or fishing? Says Brandon. I think out of those 2, one of them's more likely.
Fishing.
Fishing?
Yep.
Okay.
Rugby Sevens a bit harder to get to. We're probably going to travel a lot further than what we do to have to go fishing.
Plus, there's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
2.
We're only going to watch the Sevens, aren't we?
Are we?
Well, isn't that what he said?
I mean, I would assume it's Rugby Sevens game or fish. Oh, yeah, no, so it might be for watching.
Yeah.
Rather than playing.
Well, that would make more sense. There's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
Dork.
They're a quick game.
One of us has got a dodgy calf, and the other one can't run very far.
Well, I think we both fall into both of those categories.
I think we're going to hide in that 7s. Or 2s.
And which target defendable at the ground? I'd say 165, 170 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even though the boundaries are long down the ground, sideways they're not so long. So I'd probably...
I don't think there's any demons in this pitch, so I think you're looking at 180 odd. I go 184. If you don't get 184, I think the other team's in the game.
Oh, that was kind of... Okay. Umpire said no, he's confident.
Yeah.
It's probably only about that, isn't it, though?
Not a lot on it, but yeah, home safe.
And also, we have got there, Hamish, you didn't go for cricket. And what about cricket vlog video? Says going, I think I've mentioned it a few times that, see, it's only a little
safe
bit.
by 6 inches.
But yeah, it's going to probably be out midweek just because there's about 3.5 hours.
That's a pretty good call with the umpire.
Yeah, he's confident.
Hey? Yeah.
We had an umpire on Saturday. This fella was out by 2 meters and he still couldn't give it. So down the ground, they're going to take the 2.
Yeah, running hard.
But yeah, there's a lot of footage to go through, multiple angles as well. So it's probably going to be a good old 15-hour edit at least to get it into a state of being decent. So that's also to go with the wind that I got to try and get balanced out. Is Hobart potentially like that Harvey Weinstein Island, says Elon? Probably not. I'd say Hobart probably, you know, what happens in Hobart normally people probably find out about, don't they?
Well, if you're a celebrity, possibly.
And also Seamus Wicket Prav and also Riley Rooster played well last night. Loved his comment about, well, at least we have a world record. Tell the kids about getting bent over for 15 runs, says Elon there. And also we have got there getting 180 in there. And also spinner better or speed better bowling attack, says Praveen. Yeah, I think definitely pace on this wicket, but accurate pace. That's the thing. You can have all the pace in the world. I'm thinking straight away Riley Meredith. He bowls about 145, 150. That's just a whip of the hands. This time he hasn't found the gap.
Straight down the throat.
In fact, my bad. That's not Shadab Khan. That was Asif Ali.
Yeah.
So he obviously likes a bit of a wrist flick, but didn't quite get it right there. And also we have got there, Bill Clinton never made 27 flights to Hobart in there as well. So Hobart, they'd have an airport, wouldn't they? Down there?
Yeah.
At least a decent-ish size one.
Yeah. Yep.
Aaron Hardy.
Hurricanes are just getting themselves under a little bit of pressure here. Basically lost 4 quick wickets, haven't they? So now they're sort of, what do we got? 6 overs to go, 4 wickets left. So it's starting to sort of get to the calm down a little bit stage and then have a whack for the last 3 maybe.
Joe, it's kind of bad.
I don't think I can keep going hard here. They risk getting bowled out for 150.
We were so confident about the power surge, yet it's actually been the power surge that's halted them.
Well,
but it shouldn't have been, if that makes sense. You know, like since the power surge, they've scored maybe 20 runs.
That's all and lost 4 wickets.
Yeah, lost all their mainstays. So it's that case of, like we said, some teams take a power surge well, others don't. Hurricanes should have been able to, but then just blew it.
I think they got a little bit lost because everybody was hitting when they come out.
Oh, that's out as well. That's going to be Joel Paris gone for a Goldie, and now Hardy's going to be on a hat-trick ball. Tell you what, 165 ain't looking too bad now.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I think they're getting to the stage where 150 might be acceptable.
This has been an innings of 2 halves.
They looked in full control.
And now they look like they can't get anything right.
That's just angled straight into it. It's like they used all the luck up in the first few overs. With Rashid Khan bouncing it between the 2 fielders in the deep. Just about every shot. But now, that a ball angled into him, tries to run it down through the slip cord and hits it straight to the wicketkeeper.
7 down for 128. I was going to say test match cricket, but T20 cricket, eh?
Yeah.
How quickly it can change.
The momentum swing. We talked about it earlier. Now that the Hurricanes have lost the momentum, everything's going the other team's way.
Ocean Dad, you're brilliant, but your scoreboard is blurry a bit. I believe this is not to sound bad, but I believe it might be in your settings that you've got to change, Elon. If you go into your settings, go into quality, and it should say probably automatic or something like that. If you go into advanced and set it to 1080p, it should come right. But yeah, it should be smooth as long as you're on the right settings. Unless it's just cut out a little bit, then it might be Wi-Fi related for yourself. Because currently we have 3 bars, don't we?
Yep, we're pretty good.
We're pretty handy.
Our scoreboard's pretty good. I can see that perfectly.
Can you see that it says the Hobart Hurricanes versus the Perth Scorchers?
The Hobarts?
Yep. Missing the H and the S.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Okay, advanced 10. Thank you, bro. Says Elon there. And yeah, it's fine. That's in says Nov Mum. And also we have got there who's better bowler, Agar or Shadab Khan. Well, this game, Shadab Khan doesn't have to do too much to be better than Agar. Because Agar's gone for a lot of runs. The hat trick.
Well, Agar hasn't had a lot of luck, has he?
No.
To be fair, he got a couple of classic reverse sweeps by
Matthew Wade.
Matthew Wade, perfectly good balls, but still went for 4. Anything that's been a thick edge has gone for 4.
Right. David's an interesting one here because he normally comes in as, like you mentioned, that pinch hitter role.
As the blazer, but I don't think he can be the blazer now because he's the last of the sort of
they've only
more
got,
recognised batsman, isn't he?
They've got Riley Meredith and they've got their number 11 international, I believe he is. I'll just have a quick look and see who the last man is in their batting lineup. But I wouldn't assume he's a huge hitter. Just trying to think through who they've got.
So the last 15 balls, they scored 5, basically 10 runs and lost 4 wickets. What a momentum swing.
See, Perth Scorchers currently 51% as favourites, whereas earlier on in this game, they would have been 35, 40.
Yep.
Even 51% for them is probably, actually, I'd say a little low to an extent, but then saying that they have still been scoring at about 8.5, 9 and over still, even with those wickets. So, still a relatively high
because they
chase.
had such a good start. They're still not in a terrible position. They've got 5 overs left here, so technically all going well. They could put on another 50 runs, but
Patrick Dooley is the other man.
They can't afford to lose any more wickets here.
He might be Cartwheel Boy. I think he is.
Cartwheel Boy?
Cartwheel Boy, the one who goes like this before he bowls. And what do you drive? Says Padfile. Well,
about 250 metres.
On the old golf course.
Yeah.
It's all on the wrists, isn't it?
When it's a little bit dry, I get it out 270 to 300. But consistently this time of the year, looking at 250 off the stick.
Pretty solid.
It's been a reasonable sort of a position. Yep.
How's your putting go?
Well, all putting needs work. But if you don't practice, then you take what you get.
Yeah. That's what you meant, wasn't it? The new pad files.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, driving? Yeah. Yep.
There's a few people in attendance for this game.
Yep.
A lot going for Hobart. Not too many Perth Scorchers supporters, but I guess that's because it would be a massive trip making to Hobart from Perth.
Probably take longer to get from Perth to Hobart than what it does from here to Hobart. Or here to Australia.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any orange.
I'm seeing some Carlton draft signs. Right.
Jai Richardson, another Yorker just outside of off stump. That's going to race to the boundary. Wasn't a bad ball, just bulleted.
Just a little bit of width. A little bit of width allowed him to angle the bat. Risk basically turning it around. If it's dead on the stumps, then you can't risk angling the bat, can you? So
see, those are bat breakers, aren't they? One's right at the bottom.
Yep.
These guys will luckily have sponsorships. I mean, car, says the new pads file.
Oh.
They're all Nissans, aren't they?
Yep.
All 3 of them.
Oh, there's that slow ball again.
Is that a wicket? I think that's a wicket. Yep.
Oh, he just blew.
It's going to be another wicket. Jai Richardson gets his third.
With a slow ball.
And Nathan Ellis dismissed. And decent whack by your old man. Not too bad. 12 handicap, I'm guessing. Says Elon. 5. Down to 5. 6. Nice. I remember when you were on about a 13.
Oh, no, that's a wee while ago.
Yeah. Probably the last time I played golf.
Yeah. Floating around between 4 and 6 at the moment.
It's magic. Thank you, Hamish. I have a Techno full. Good of many things, not bragging online, but terrible with computers. And there as well says Elon. So I assume that's because it's gone a little bit clearer. And Subaru, says Tony there. And now Perth can go to Safa.
Subaru. He drives a Subaru. Oh, he might as well drive a coffin. Hey.
Is this too morbid of a joke? Or not even a joke, just a transition. I was going to say at the moment, I think Hobart are possibly digging their own grave with the way they've been going for the last 5 overs.
Hobart are in trouble here.
Mm.
My money's on them getting bowled out, and they'll be lucky if they make 150.
So now if you're Tim David, what do you do?
This guy here's in trouble. Well, the first thing I got to do is get the new batsman off strike, because Jai Richardson's going to get him out in this over if he stays here for 4 balls.
Strike rate of 112.5, but not a huge amount of runs.
No.
For Patrick Dooley.
This is either a full straight Yorker.
But too full.
Yeah, a little bit full. Well, that was hit the top half stump on the full.
See, David's sitting on 14 off 8. You've still got 5 overs remaining in your innings.
Yeah.
So
you can't afford to get carried away here. Oh, so yeah, just popped it up.
And the fact that
up to the man at Buddy Short mid wicket.
They've got a back pad now in a T20.
Yep.
That tells you how confident and how much momentum Perth have been able to take. Richardson could get a 5 for. He's got 3 balls left. Short ball. Oh. Mixing up the length a little bit. Dooley does well to get out of the way. He's smiling about it. And I was like, nice.
Getting shot. That nearly got me, that one.
Good golf and keep it up. Says Elon there. Rural, I need all-wheel drive for gravel and snow.
Oh, yeah, fair
says
enough.
Tony there.
Fair enough.
Just showing those Yorkers from Jai Richardson. He's bowled about 7.
It's just not on the money.
Oh, that one was the slower ball again.
He's just getting a little bit full, isn't he?
I think he's getting excited. Look at that. 103 from... That's down almost 40 Ks compared to his 142 first ball.
142 to 103.
That's about as much of a slow ball, fast ball ratio as you'll ever see. Normally it's about 20 Ks, but 40.
Yeah.
It's like just...
And if you think you're getting a full toss at 140 Ks, you're doing poos in your pants, and then all of a sudden it's 100 Ks. And it's just by the time you've realised that it's not arriving.
Ball.
Big appeal, but he's hit the ground, I think.
Umpire said not out.
Umpire's going, calm down, boys, calm down. Right, 4 dot balls at the end of that over, Hamish.
Perth win today's match, says Praveen, and also it's as clear as mud. Nothing but love for the Kiwi lads. I've been enjoying the beers today very much. So sorry for spelling. That's all good.
Yeah.
It's going to be the end of the Richardson over, and he had an expensive first 2 overs. I believe he had gone for 9 runs and over.
Yeah.
And now he's sitting 3 for 26.
3 for 26 off 4, as opposed to none for 18.
Oh, this is a fun question from Coding to create a little bit of family feuding.
Ooh.
Hamish, which company you enjoy in commentary, mum versus dad? Isn't that a fun question?
I would refuse to answer that.
Oh, no, that's a replay.
I would refuse to answer that question on the grounds that anything you say may incriminate you in the court of law.
Yeah, seeing as they both own this house Coding, and I enjoy using the Wi-Fi, here comes Mum as well.
Mum's tuning in for the answer.
See what you've done, Coding. He's
on a hiding to nothing.
You've created an environment that's hard to be in.
He's either getting bashed or he's not getting fed, one or the other.
And both are a bundle of energy, says Praveen. That is a good answer. As I've knocked off for Xmas, having a few beers and cat's milks I'm not as merry as Elon, I think, says Tony. And also, Hamish, you play golf? Please like Happy Gilmore, says Elon. I enjoy the movie Happy Gilmore. I
love the movie.
I play a bit of golf every once in a while. Do you want to come sit on the couch, Mumsy, for a bit?
No.
If you're going to stand in the doorway.
Was interested in you.
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Don't do it, son.
No.
Right.
David currently sitting on 16 off 10 deliveries. Ashton Agar dragged down. That was rubbish. Cameraman doesn't know where it's gone. It's just rolled down the ground. Which sport's your favourite, cricket or others game? It's good running because Tim David's not the quickest.
He doesn't look the quickest, man, but he's done pretty good there.
He once got fined 5 runs for his side because he knew he was going to get run out. So he tapped the bat down about 2 meters short of the crease.
Oh, yeah. That's
so that he could get back.
Yeah, one short.
Yeah. Oh, well, behold, Agar starting to rip it down there a little bit more. I'd say that was about 93 kilometres, if I had to guess. 102, okay, a lot quicker.
I was about to say it'd be getting close to 100, I think. Yeah.
But which sports, your favourite, cricket or others? I mean, I enjoy cricket and rugby. They're my main two that we do cover on the channel as well, which makes it pretty ideal, really. Because when it's not the season for one, it's the season for the other. And at last stage, the GOAT Messi won the World Cup. Sad luck, Ronaldo, says football fan. And I'm not as merry as a Maradona. Oh, wait, no, the other RGs are merry, to be fair. But yes, it's all good fun, lad, etc. Says Elon.
All right, Ashton Agar's last ball.
It's going to be a single.
Is it?
It'll work out for the Hobart Hurricanes, just walking that one.
Just walking that one. Keeps David on strike. 3 overs to go. They've limped their way to 8 for 141.
4 hours, 35 minutes from Perth Airport to Hobart Airport non-stop.
Yeah.
So yeah, good effort on a flight.
So we can actually get to Australia quicker.
Did you watch the thrilling final? Sadly, I did end up sleeping. I have been up early yesterday, and then also the day before. I don't think I got a huge amount of sleep because we were covering other sports. We did a bit of rugby in the middle of the night, so I was pretty buggered, but certainly we'll have to watch a full match replay at some point. I hope New Zealand qualify for the next World Cup 2026. Yeah, it was a shame that we missed out to Costa Rica, and they went on and did nothing in that World Cup. Like Japan, at least in that group, like they were putting everyone on notice.
Yeah, they did too.
This is pretty awesome to see. Andrew Tai, he's got 2 overs left. He'll be bowling this one. And then the last nice shot from David straight out to the man.
No run.
At extra cover.
Yeah, didn't take the run.
Yeah, see, now you're in that scenario of do you try and protect your other batsman because you know you're the power hitter. And then you remember.
Can't afford to give it to.
Not take the run.
Not take the runs. Well, you certainly can't afford to not take too many of them anyway.
David cuts it away. I believe that's going to be the single.
Only be a single too, so you've got to take them. Yep. You just got to hope that there's enough gaps around that if this guy can get bat on ball, you can get a single at least. Or he could go bang, of course.
He's got a decent strike rate, 115, I think it was.
Yeah, 115, 112, which is not huge though.
No, that just means he scored like 10 runs of 8 deliveries, doesn't it?
Yeah, you get a 4 every now and then out of,
Quite a ring. Confident ring as well, I'll say, almost in from the ring here.
Yeah, they're basically saying, well, you're going to have to hit it through the thing, and he's off.
Oh, that's a great shot. Work in the field.
Worked it out into the offside, steals the single. I reckon they've got about another 6 balls before they can go bang.
And the score was tied. Mbappe scored a hat-trick. Messi scored 2. Turns into penalties, and the score was 4-2. Says football fan. And also, Elon
4-2 the penalties.
I believe so.
That's not too bad. I actually think that's better than being, say, 5-4 or something like that, where it's sort of one
guy
guy's gonna feel the whole weight of every other person in the country. So at least if it's 4-2, that means there's been 3 of them missed, haven't they? Yeah.
There's Duplessis.
Or at least 2 of them have missed anyway. But yeah, so that's a better scenario. You always feel sorry when it sort of comes down to the absolute big play and probably the big, one of the biggest stages of the world. And, some poor bugger is the guy that basically becomes the villain.
Because I know that England a while ago had that same scenario with, I believe it was Rashford and a couple of other young players, and they got pretty much hated almost out of the whole football scenario. And unfortunately, people being people in 2022 decided that it was a race thing.
Well, it's just it's just the way it goes, and it's a bit stupid in a lot of ways, but that's some people, their mentality suggests that that's what they have to do. It's like Mbappe, he could score 3 games during the game, but if he missed one of the penalties, I don't know who missed the penalties, but if he missed his penalty, he'd be the biggest arsehole ever to have God's breath put in him.
Even though he got them to that penalty stage.
Yeah, he's absolutely played brilliantly and all the rest of it and scores 3 goals. But if he was the one that misses one of the goals in the thing, then all of a sudden, all that great work that he's done, he becomes the villain of the nation. And, it's not really right, really. But
15 runs off 3 overs and 1 wicket. Behrendorff back in now as well.
Yep.
Do you see them getting to that 165 that I said?
No.
No?
No.
Do you see Tim David? Oh, buckets.
Buckets.
I was just throwing buckets at the cameraman. Very happy. They've all got that same cap that I've got.
I'm thinking 155.
Oh, bowled out or?
Yep.
All played once again. A little bit of a misfield. They'll just take one by the looks of the way that he's running. Right. David here, I think now's the time to go. Because or else he's just going to play himself out of form.
Yeah.
Yes, you've got 11 balls left, and if you lose your wicket now, you're relying on 2 tail enders to last the last 10 balls. But if you're not going to strike it big now, I don't know when you're going to strike it. They know that, which is why they've got 2 men deep on the leg side.
Scattered because they want the other guy on strike, basically. They're quite happy to feed David a single. Get Dooley back on strike. Dooley's 3 from 7. So they've got a better chance of closing in the field around him. That's a shocker.
That's a wide.
Not even sure why you'd bowl that, to be perfectly honest.
And the wide, slower ball. He doesn't bowl it as well as Richardson. I don't think many people do.
Oh, I'd be surprised if they did. Certainly on tonight's performance, but 8 wides, not a lot.
Definitely because I think there was a 5 wide in there, wasn't there? Down the leg side?
No, that was a test match, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh, shot. Straight down the ground. They're going to run hard here.
Trying to get back for 2.
Attacking Duplessis. Very handy in the field, but not handy enough.
Well run.
So up to 100.
Dooley's quite quick, which seems it was an advantage. Because he certainly putting on some hard yards to get back. He's running to the danger end.
Well, he's got to hope that they don't go to David's side because David just doesn't have it in him, I don't think, to be quick. He's got long legs.
Yeah, but he's quite a big unit, though.
Whack. He hasn't got it, though, but it's going to go into a gap, the misfield in the deep. That was that case of do you commit to the catch or do you commit to waiting for the bounce? He did both wrong.
He did, actually. He got caught between halfway, didn't he? Well, that's 155.
To the leg side, David. Didn't quite get onto it, but yeah, you can't dive in at it like that.
No, he effectively ended up diving over the top of it, didn't he? And he knows it.
And this damn cricketer interrupting the football talk, says Tony.
Yeah. What was I thinking?
Currently 9 balls remaining. Tim David, that's a great ball. Once again, they're going to run hard. Dooley's quick. Like you said, he's going to get back relatively easily. Yeah, nice.
I'll tell you, yeah, well run.
Good running.
Yeah. He's just pinning his ears back. He'd be too buggered to bloody do anything when he actually gets there.
When his windmills come out.
Right, 2 balls to go on this over. Really?
I should have mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, during the halftime break, myself and my dad, we are going to be playing this match on Cricket 19, or Cricket 22. They take the single there? They do.
Yep.
They had to, really. 1 ball left of the over. And cricket is damn. And who loves cricket? throughout the days, Messi will be remembered. And also, we have got there. You got good technical advice. Thank you, says Elon. That's the thing. I think it's from like I'm normally the tech support of the family, aren't I?
Oh, well and truly.
If you got any problems, even if it's like a grandparent's got a problem with the phone or something, I'm normally, yep, Hamish will do it.
Yep. That's the beauty of the younger generation nowadays. Wow. All us old buggers don't know how to use it, so you got to find a kid.
Preferably your own.
Preferably your own, because it doesn't cost you anything.
I didn't know cricket 22, just 19.
Last ball.
I don't have. It's going to be, it's at Dooley hard in the leg.
Yeah.
It'll be the end of the over, 158 for 8. And Kiwi lads, now Messi or Ronaldo, I won't tell you because I feel like you've got a very right. Well, I think you are a Messi guy now from what I heard earlier on about saying that he's got a World Cup. But I mentioned it early on the live stream as well. A lot of people, no matter what results happen now, they're still going to be like, if they love Ronaldo, they're not going to switch to Messi because he's got a World Cup.
No.
You know, it's like they'll have their person.
That's one of the other. I don't like either of them personally.
I'm about
That's
to do
not
the
to say
haka.
that they're not great soccer players and all the rest of it, but
For me, Messi is the GOAT. Says
I think Messi
football.
falls over too easy.
Well, he is only
And
5'7".
Ronaldo actually knows he's good. So, you know.
Are we going to be Hobart or Perth for our one?
Hard to say. We'll be in the losers. You've got to pick it.
We'll be.
What are we going? 5 over Bash.
Oh, we'll go 10 overs. I think we'll have
Yeah.
time.
I can't let the ball off the square. So,
We'll go Perth Scorchers.
Right, last over.
Oh, David goes big.
That might be big.
He's got enough of it. 6
is
runs,
big.
Tim David. That's the aggression and the power that he has. Just all he needs is one ball, and he normally goes bang.
Yep. Short and wide outside off stump wasn't the one, was it?
Oh, how far's that gone? 77, and that was only a miss hit
Yeah.
for Tim David.
Aye. Those ones in the crowd were getting a little bit nervous there. That seagull had to take evasive action on the way past.
Oh,
That's a bit of ball.
nice delivery. They should run. No, they don't run. Okay.
Wow.
So runs are runs is not the case here.
No.
Runs are not runs.
Dooley's run down there and gone back again, realised we weren't getting any runs. Wow, that's an interesting move. But then Dooley 3 from 8.
Oh, he swung and missed.
Sucked him in, no run there.
He needs to hit some of these, though, doesn't he?
They're short of time. No, they're going all right.
No, they're ticking along relatively well.
Just hustling back. Yeah, got him with the slow ball there.
Although, no, it might be short because I think they've got about 75 minutes to complete an innings, which would actually only take them through to 10:30. So they'd be miles behind. That's a big shot down the ground from David. Oh, misfield. That's bad from Hardy because that will mean they
That'll
get the
be costly.
2.
They'll get back for the 2.
And now
In fact, I would say they were probably going 2 there anyway, but I think he had a wee look.
Andrew Ty will not be happy there.
They're going 2. They're going 2. Oh, you can't see where the batsmen are. Yeah, no, he just
misfield didn't help.
he just didn't quite bend far enough. Oh,
Oh, big full toss. Bang. That's going to be 4. You can't stop that one.
Yep.
It's going to be another 4 for David. He moves up now onto 44 runs, 6 for his 50. Can he do it?
Oh, last ball.
Mm.
Hold it underarm. No, we can't go there. That was a long time ago.
No, but still Ronaldo haven't won a World Cup, says football fan.
Oh, well.
And there.
Some of the greatest players in the world will never, ever win a World Cup. Same with rugby. Same with all sports. Same with cricket.
So does that mean, by that logic, football fan, a player who's won 2 World Cups is more of a GOAT than Messi?
Well,
Because Messi's won a World Cup, but some fellows, if there's any out there, maybe they've won 2. And then does that give them extra credit? I don't think anyone's won 2, though, have they? Maybe back in the day.
maybe back in the day. LA or bloody.
Who is Tim David? A great player. He moves up onto 46 runs off his innings. They get 172 in the end.
Yep. That'll be competitive.
Decent enough
Certainly
total.
gives them something to bowl at.
So what we're going to do quickly is you're going to sit there nicely.
Am I?
Yep.
Nicely.
I am going to quickly make a banner. And both of Goats says they're from Paddy. That's the thing. Everyone in nowadays seems to be able to have more than one goat. Like you look at UFC. How do you compare someone like a John Jones to a Conor McGregor to a like Khabib Nurmagomedov? You've got all these different weight classes. Demetrius Johnson, another one, GSP, Anderson Silva, all get considered the greatest of all time. Like
They're the best.
people kind of overuse it in a way.
Yeah, they do.
Scored 172 for 8 off 20.
There'll be another greatest of all time next year.
Like people are saying, Mbappe in 5 years, he'll be known as the GOAT.
He may not be.
Are you doing the 5 or 10 overs of the match? We are going to do a 10 over match up. So what we do here is we're going to stop sharing our screen. We're going to present. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And we're going to go like this and this. Bango. There we go. We're going to put that down there.
Well,
we're a bit small, but we have to be.
So
that people can actually see the whole screen. And then we're going to go here. Go like this, that.
Cool.
You know what the good news is here? We can actually have sound.
Really?
When it transfers over. Or maybe not, because there's music. Right. You ready to go, buddy?
Is it like buddy? No. Okay.
So we are very small, as you can see, but that's the only way we can do it so you guys can see. Unless we go like this.
That's
which
better.
we're even smaller. Oops. That'll go away in a second.
Go on then. Get on with it.
Right, continue. We've got 10 overs. We don't know whether we're batting first or second. Hopefully the part around it will disappear soon. Oh, lovely. Solid. If you wait, and maybe it won't. We'll go like this. We'll go like that. And that should disappear. There we go.
Right.
Full screen.
Hurry up.
Here we go. Here we go. Scotty bowling. Oh, Lamashane. We can't have him in there. He's currently heads or tails?
Tails.
We've called it.
That's a hit.
That's a head. You lost the toss. That's a shame, isn't it? We hope they bat first. We want to chase. You wankers.
Right, that's
so, we're going to be batting first.
Yep.
Setting the total.
Yep.
So we are going to be simulating the bowling attack of theirs.
Right. Who's facing?
It is me. I'm Cameron Bancroft.
Good work.
Yep. 2.
Couple there.
Easy 2. Maybe 4. They just watched that one go all the way.
Roll all the way. Great shot first up.
Commentary by Bert Ward. Here we go. Lovely. Straight
Classic
drive. Riley Meredith. He's got plenty of pace, doesn't he? Oh, what's that?
Well left.
We don't want to be leaving in a T10, do we?
I didn't knock you off stump over.
It was my bad. Wrong button. Got excited. How many wickets? We still have 10 wickets, don't we? That's the shot I was after.
Short ball. Straight over the top of third man.
It'll be
down
4.
to the boundary for 4.
I should probably get the game up on my phone so we see when they actually go back out there. Might be strategic.
That was right off the face of the bat, Beatty.
Oh,
yep.
It was a nice shot.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. Crowd thought so. Wow.
Right, we've got 8 runs. Yep. Oh, that's in another gap.
Oh, there's another game in. Well hit.
2 there, at least.
It's going to go all the way. Another boundary.
Jeez, we time that.
You're on fire, Beatty.
Other than my leave.
Other than your leave.
Leave wasn't the best choice, was it? But hello.
Oh, well bowled. Team up.
Oh, that was a bit of a
Well left.
Or a rough shot.
Ideal timing, apparently.
Didn't look right,
No?
did it?
Looks like you missed it by about half an hour. Catch the next bus. Last ball, the over.
Yep. Oh, I've got a single.
That's perfect.
That means you're not going to get the strike.
That's perfect.
Okay, 13 off the first over.
Yeah,
So in cricket, that bounce is called foul. No, you're supposed to bounce it. If you bounce it 2 times, normally it's considered a little bit worse.
Right, you're right. Oh, goes bang. Hey, he's gone for the Yorker, and Hamish has gone bang.
Oh, that one, didn't he, Bancroft?
What a shot.
117 metres.
Straight over the top of long off. And
It's
again,
just, it was in the
same
slot.
ball. That's a better hit than the last one. That'd be 125 metres.
You think?
Mm.
What do we got? It's going to pop up down the bottom soon.
Yeah, well, I'll watch that. You watch where the ball's coming from.
118. It was better. Oh, no.
That wasn't.
That wasn't a good shot. Looking around my field at the moment. I want it leg side. That wasn't leg side, but that'll do. Going for another 6 runs down the tunnel.
Oh, that's off down the tunnel.
Oh, so got him, yes. Got him for 6. Says Kiwi Gamer. Yeah, currently Bancroft, he's doing pretty well. Is he in the...
Bancroft's banging. 122. They're getting bigger.
Line up today?
Right.
Oh, he keeps
keeps
doing
following.
it. Like, that one was closer to the fielder,
Yeah, it's a little bit flatter.
but it's still
good for 110 or something, I'd say.
He's still pitching it right up in my slot. That's my zone.
Yeah.
Oh, he got me.
Oh,
The cut shot straight to the
I missed
man.
that. Oh, well. One could say he set you up beautifully there by feeding you a whole heap of...
Oh, has it taken a half?
Yeah, that's a great catch. Do his right.
Oh, Munro, he's no longer there, right? You are facing Sandeep
Oh, my
Lavashane.
God. I get to play.
You do. You're ready to go?
Hope so. Where are we getting all the runs here?
You got a run down the ground if you want it.
Yep. Shit.
Oh, no, you're all right.
Good slide. No, not quite hit as well as I'd hoped.
MLB The Show is on Xbox now. Yeah, is it on Game Pass or is it just on the store at the moment?
Right.
Yep.
Oh, well played.
It's at least the boundary there.
That's gone.
It's racing away.
No, well played.
What we love to see, isn't it?
Yep.
Plenty of runs. Runs are flowing and boundaries are coming.
Current run rate, 18. That's impressive.
Oh,
Could be slightly more than 18 now.
that's gone. Someone's going to have to find that.
Yeah.
That one not coming back now. Are we getting sore arms by the end of this
Getting
game?
the hair out his armpits. That's the story.
Yep. Just one there. I was about to download FIFA 23 in Steam, but sadly it's not working. The damn computer. Yeah, it does seem to take quite a bit of juice to be able to run the FIFAs, unfortunately.
What have we done here?
Do you really? Oh,
Yep.
nice. You haven't had a huge amount of strike at the moment, have you? Only giving you a few
Strike
balls.
rate of 100 though. Can't
Yeah. Right, there's space down the ground here for me. I don't know what this field is. Oh,
Yep,
that's not where I tried to hit it. It's going to go to the boundary,
Couple at least.
but it wasn't my intentions.
That wasn't your intention?
No, I was
Oh,
actually
no,
supposed to
well
go to the side.
At the end of that over?
Yep. Now it's you again.
Cool.
A little bit of a ring field here,
Not looking like there's many gaps here, is there?
which is weird because in a T10,
Yep. You're in.
you would think they'd have a few more men out at this point of the...
It's still early though.
There we
We're
go.
at 10 overs.
Yeah, so I think 3's the power play, and maybe they took a bit longer to
yeah.
adjust.
Okay. Oh, still bowling those Yorkers.
Oh, I didn't have a lot of time to react to that one.
No.
Still got it away.
That'll be why you only had good timing.
Anyone who's tuning in at the moment, the Hobart Hurricanes, they scored 172 off the 20 overs. Currently, we are just waiting for all the ads to finish. They'll be straight back into it. Oh, I don't know what that shot is, but it's gone for 6.
That's not
Just
bad.
see that. It's just
That was big, actually.
one of those.
That's a long way up the crowd.
Is that supposed to be Colin Munro?
It's supposed to be.
Wow. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
no, I can see it a little
A
bit.
little bit.
Little tiny.
Bit around the eyes.
Slight bit. Yeah. Yeah, bang, just a scoop.
Tried some sort of bloody cutter thing there or something. Oh,
Sorry, I'm just going bang at the moment.
they're bowling
It
pies
was
to you.
just there for it.
Aye.
I have my first game that will not run on my PC. The new Need for Speed, says Kiwi Gamer. See, I think for me, a lot of games don't run on my PC, even though I've got a proper gaming PC that could be caught.
No.
No, over his head.
No.
We're not even on an easy difficulty, are we?
You're making it look easy. Hey, Colin Munro, 39 off 8.
I just haven't stopped holding down the parrot. No, I didn't get that one. Just the one. Oh, that's the last ball. Sorry.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I was going bang, bang, says
Yeah,
Tony.
They're going bang, bang, bang.
The thing is, we played earlier on today just to test out the game because we had never played it before. And I can tell you, I wasn't hitting them like this. Not like that anyway. That's gone another flat 6.
Sure.
You wouldn't want to go and get some chips, would you? Because you just get smacked by the ball down the tunnel when it's coming out.
Yeah, imagine doing that. Come back up through the tunnel and bumper.
This is a weird field. Definitely for bowling wide Yorkers.
What,
Because-
like that.
Yeah, you haven't got the feel for it. But saying that, we haven't bounced it in the field to play yet. So,
Mm.
oh, that was my
Oh,
50.
that's 50 off
Off
11.
11
Oh,
deliveries.
that's getting pretty quick.
Close. He's a football fan. That's a better length. It's still going to be punished, but it's a better length. And also, Benizares, says Tony there.
Skipper's just gone over and hit a wee yarn to the bowler.
Oh, you got it. What's he
Done
doing?
for 18 off 3 balls.
Don't bowl. Oh, that's better. That's better. It's still punished. That can't go for 6 as well. No, that's bouncing in the field of play. At least that's realistic to an extent. Geez, Perth are already making their way out to bat.
Wow.
I think we're going to get through 5 overs. And then we might have to finish it off at the end.
Well, you stop wasting your time by hitting it into the crowd. There's another one down the tunnel. Get that into you.
Just attending to the other guy with the medics and how
Yeah.
the medics been cleaned up.
Right. 68 off 14. Run rate 22.34. We've got 100 already.
I'm sorry, but that's
Oh.
a very poor over from Nathan Ellis.
He didn't actually learn anything, did he? And subsequently,
No.
he's gone for what? 34 runs.
Oh, look at that. Wow, that's a shot.
Oh,
I was just in the zone. I am. It's a shame to have to finish.
now some lucky bugger's going to get the ball to me.
Do you want to have a quick? I think they might still be a little bit away. Look at that. All around the park.
All around, everywhere. Who's this? Rolly Meredith. What's
You
he
know,
bowling?
they're still a little bit away, I think.
Right, you ready to run?
Yep.
Yep, that'll do.
Oh, that'll do it. Anyone's?
Ah,
Oh, no.
well, I don't think he played the hook shot that I wanted him to.
He didn't quite know.
No, he's still trying to play it on the front foot.
Now we will quickly go back to Sky. I like the fact we got it on the TV now.
Oh,
Makes it easier, doesn't it? We go like this. What we'll quickly do is remove that. Stop that screen share. Present this one. We'll go share there. Window, that one. Bang that. Go back here. Minimize that. Go here. That.
oh,
Bang.
God.
Boom. There we go. We're back.
Are we?
How you like that? No fancy.
Jeez, it's 10 past 11.
It is.
Bloody bedtime.
I was Irish. You like to chase or put runs on the boards? Are you chasing? We are setting for that one, but yeah, we normally like to chase.
Oh,
And also 74 or 15 far out is what's going on.
exactly.
The thing is, that wasn't an easy difficulty, was it?
That's any consolation. I got 3 or 4. Great partnership.
Yeah, it was being put together nicely.
And lost the wicket.
Yeah, but
What?
it happens. Oh, is that Andres Rousseau, 100%. And there, but currently, it is going to be Joel Paris bowling
Look.
for the first over. What we're going to do is we're going to go here and click that.
Right.
Get back up. Make sure the scoreboard's updating. Do you want to see the first few overs? In fact,
Oh,
can I, you're going to be sticking around?
no.
Are you?
Got a bid.
Can I at least intrigue you into watching one over of Peter Dooley?
Oh, we'll see.
Because he is an entertaining man to watch bowl.
Oh, we don't watch the shit at the moment.
There we go.
Hey.
Got it up now. Oh, that's a peach.
Wow.
Very good ball. Got it to swing away a little bit.
That swung around a lot, didn't it?
Mm.
I didn't see much swing from the other ones, but mind you, most of those were sort of banging into the pitch guys. But this, hey, that swung and seamed.
That's almost, I would call it unplayable.
Wow.
If you're protecting your stumps, that is. Now, life or lith? Be life, wouldn't it? That swung again. It's gone through the cover though.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Oh,
sorry. Just the two, I should say.
Snuck back to the two.
Now, these two international players for the Perth Scorchers. Normally, they do have their international openers, whether that's Livingston in the past, the man who loves getting smacked right in the cojones, or whether it is Colin Munro, another international that they've had. It always feels weird calling a Kiwi in an Australian competition an international, but they are. And also, do you think Perth going to win? Well, I think those last couple overs of Tim David have just pushed the Hurricanes up to a defendable total to an extent. Yeah. It's a lot closer than it could have been. But I think, another ripper from Joel Paris. I think it's going to go down to the last over.
Right. I'll put my money on the Hurricanes.
Are you?
Yep.
You want to put some real money on it?
I think they've just done enough. And I think now that we're starting to get into a little bit of darkness and that, the ball's moving around quite a wee bit at the moment. So we didn't see any swing from the Perth bowlers. So that'll just make it a little bit more difficult.
Chipping.
Yeah.
It went over the top.
It's gone over the top and it'll probably go for 4.
Why wasn't that man on the ring? It was kind of in a half position, wasn't he? Trying to save the single. I don't think that's the thing. That's key for them at the moment here. You want to keep.
Yeah, singles don't hurt you too much in T20 cricket.
What's your favourite country? Says football fan. I'd say the one that I'm living in because I don't want to be deported.
New Zealand's not terrible.
I think Hobart.
A lot of workplaces to be.
But I usually get those games wrong, says Tony. Should we put $5 on it? Make it interesting.
Really?
Yes. So I'll back Perth.
How about, buddy, if I win, you wash my car.
Okay. And
if you win, I'll wash your car.
I don't have a car.
Oh, well, if you lose, you can wash my car too then. If you win, you can wash my car.
It sounds like a great deal.
Or you could wash my truck if you lose.
I think I've won negotiations here. Sounds like I'm washing some cars tomorrow.
It'd be raining probably.
Oh, even easier. Don't need to rinse it. Duplessis, 1 off 1.
Right. First over out of the way. Done for 6. Good start.
Did Dooley bowl in the power play last time?
I don't know.
He might have. David also is a bowling option in the power play. Bowls a few offies, and Hamish's favourite country is Greece, like me, says Tony. And are you Maori, bro? I am not Maori, no. And also, who knows Chris Wood? We do. He normally costs us games on FIFA, unfortunately.
Yeah. His rating is far superior to what he actually plays.
And he is New Zealand football captain, says football fan. Yeah, but this is the lineup they've got. They've got Hobson at 3, Inglis, Turner, Hardy, Agar, Richardson, Ty, Berendorf, Haskelloo. So, you get them 6 down or so.
Reasonably long sort of a tail, although Ashton Agar can certainly bat.
And then same with Jai Richardson. He's been known to smack a few big boundaries. Right, Meredith. 150 Ks normally. Just got to get bat on this if you Duplessis. Geez, that's a bit of a unique bat placement, isn't it? Did he used to do that? Duplessis, the way that he got ready for that one?
Certainly put the bowler off anyway, because the keeper's done incredibly well to get a hand on that. Oh.
He's tapped it and then he's gone right up here and then back down, hasn't he?
Oh, come on, then we'll have a crack.
I don't think we got to see how fast that one was.
142.
142, okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a loosener.
Yeah, it was pretty bloody loose.
Here he comes again. Is that Neesham at first slip? Oh, that's better. That is a much better delivery.
That's a pearler.
From Riley Meredith. 141. Still relatively up there. Not a lot of reaction time. I'll take all my financial advice from Hamish. Put $5 on Perth at $2.60. Oh, no.
Oh, are they? 260.
Oh, so I may have cost you $5, Tony.
No.
I mean, I would do the
Hurricanes
same.
part.
I'll have a look for you. I don't have $5 in my DAB account, though. So the only thing I can do is put like 3 cents on them.
Oh, put imaginary fibre.
See the whip of the wrist. Now, Pat Cummins in the commentary of the test talked about how much extra little bit of whip you can generate.
Yep.
Just from a little,
From the cock
just
wrist.
a little.
Cock wrist.
One of those.
To the front. Oh, yeah.
Which I guess makes sense because when you think of like a
Throw.
tennis ball thrower or anything
Basketball
like that,
shooter.
just that little bit of that, isn't it?
A bit of that to get the rhythm going. Darts.
I'm losing money you
Oh.
owe me, bro. The Perth Scorchers is currently $2.10 though, so underdogs slightly, but you put them on at decent odds. Is that your dad, says Football Fan? It is.
Just some random fella that was bloody hanging around outside.
4 runs for Duplessis.
Yep.
Decent.
Wasn't a very convincing shot, but
It'll do.
yep, whatever works.
145, the quickest ball so far from Meredith. Actually advancing to him as well, Duplessis. And ask your dad if he remembers John Adshed.
Yes.
Adshed falling asleep on TV in 1986 World Cup at half time.
Well, I don't remember him falling asleep, but he was certainly tied up with New Zealand soccer for a bit.
And the snoozers said Merry Christmas to the fams, Hammy. 23 is going to be a
Bang, that
rider.
goes
So,
big.
yeah, Merry Christmas to you too.
Yep.
Only a week away. Less than a week.
Less than a week now.
Oh, that's scary.
Yep.
What are we going to do?
Only about 5 or 6 sleeps till the fat bastard shows up.
It's a bit of a rough one to call Russell, isn't it?
If he eats all my turkey, he will be.
That's a big turkey, isn't it?
That's a big ass turkey. Yep.
Riley Meredith's not happy.
Well, I'm not sure what he's on about because let's face it, nobody was catching that unless they were sitting on the stand.
Maybe they were supposed to be.
Catching it.
No, in the stand. Maybe they were supposed to go and get him a drink or something. That's down league side. Another wide pressure's on him at the moment and not handling it too well.
He's not actually.
And don't mess with Greek media. You wake up with warm cat's milk beside you, says Tony. And today, it's me and my wife's 2-year marriage anniversary. Congratulations. So after this Perth win,
Well done.
going to take her out. Oh, okay. You got to make sure, though, you make it something special because we've actually had someone before who said to their wife of, I can't remember what anniversary they were up to, but he turned down going out because he wanted to watch the rugby and they didn't show the rugby where he was. So not only did he not get to watch a game of rugby, but now possibly he has to try and find another wife.
Well, now he can watch all the rugby he likes.
I guess that's also true. And congrats, mate, says Elon.
All by himself.
And I cashed out with $1.27 profit. Big hits coming. Oh, does that mean that I make some of that, Tony, if I'm your financial advisor? There's normally like a small percentage thing, isn't there? My phone just turned off. I must have held down a power button for too long.
Is this guy ever going to be finished bowling this over?
This has been a long one. 13 runs already off it. He's just practicing.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah. Lyth sitting on 5 off 5. Duplessis on 12 off 6. The Safa going not too badly. Are you? A lot of the subscribers say
There's
Safa
4 more. Dirty old French cut.
rather than South African. And I have been
Inside edge.
given the approval that I can use
Oh,
the
you're
term
special.
Safa. But I guess to anyone who doesn't know that I've had the approval, probably seems bad.
Yes. Okay.
End of the over, 23 for 2. So Scorchers also looking like they're going to start off like a house on fire.
Well, to be fair, that was a pretty shite over.
It was terrible from Riley Meredith.
Oh.
He should be ashamed. He should retire right now. No. 21 on his back, almost 21 off his over. Huh? Joel Paris back into the bowling attack. He bowled very well. Darcy Short, you can see that kind of side eye. Oi. Is it skidding on? Skidding on, is it? And he's going, dunno, mate. I was almost missing the pitch down leg.
Yeah. If I bowled that badly, you wouldn't know whether it was skidding on or not.
We've got Cam Green. He's going to be taking off his clothes for the camera, showing that he's now a Perth Scorcher. Isn't that nice? Even though he's not going to be playing for them for the next, month.
Yeah. Anyway, he's on the payroll, so that's all good.
Also, we have got there and the
Flash goes bang.
Themselves, don't worry, all good. Says Elon, that's a great shot.
6 more down the ground.
Go all the way for 6. It does.
Yep.
Similar to how I started for us.
Very similar. Yep.
Wow.
They may have watched your video.
Imagine that sitting there at half time. They're about to go back out there, and he's like, no, hang on. There's only 5 overs through.
Yeah, I just got to see how the end of this over finishes.
He's sitting 73 off 15. It's looking pretty juicy.
Oh, now the guy down the other end, don't let me be the dad.
3 off 5, though. Nice combination. I love this channel and the people here. It's really chilled out from rugby to cricket, says Andreas, and thanks, Elon, says Andreas. And yeah, it's always a nice change of pace. Cricket compared to the rugby, you get a little bit more time to just chat casually. Like I always say it, whether we got 1 or 100 people watching, as long as I get through all the messages and can read them all out, we always it's always chilled out, isn't it?
Pretty chilled.
Yeah. No real care in the world.
Not many.
Nah, just chilled out. Sinking some bevies.
Chilling.
That's what I told him.
Chilling and spilling.
Chilling and spilling the beans. Now, I don't know about you, but I ain't a fan of beans.
Nah, I'm never a fan of beans. Actually, to be perfectly honest. Any sort of beans.
Shot. Straight through. Duplessis gets another boundary. You might regret that cash out, Tony. You're going all right at the moment. They're actually scoring quicker than the Hobart Hurricanes were in their power surge or their power play. And that's impressive to do. I'll take off my clothes. They have to wait at least 2 hours for it to be worthwhile. Also, it's getting cold. It's not ideal.
What?
Why do you have to wait 2 hours to take your clothes off?
Huh?
Greg Martin, go play your cricket. Well, we're watching cricket at the moment, football fans. Matthew Wade.
Another dot ball.
Dot balls are crucial in this because Paris has gone from going for 6 runs of his first.
And for 16 or 4 balls in this over.
And do Indians and Pakistanis come to your stream? Sometimes. I think they are more attracted to the Hindi streamers, though. Just because
they speak the language.
And I also speak too fast sometimes, and it is quite hard to pick up if you aren't a native English speaker. Just because I just keep on talking and talking and talking. I've been told to slow down, and I try and slow down for a sentence or two, and then it
been told to shut up.
Yeah. Got it, but I'm quite loud.
Sometimes you get told to shut the.
And yeah, I lost my bottle going to buy some Hobart now at minus $2.90. No, don't do that. They'll cancel it out if it goes wrong. And Hamish, this is the thing. Your attitude is exactly what you'll do well. You are committed to your passion, and that is why we can't speak for all, but me listen. Good man, says Elon. 2 hours for the missus. So the missus is coming home in 2 hours.
Coming home in 2 hours.
Can I recommend a bit of a home workout, Elon?
It's gone high.
That's gone very high.
That's
gone close to the rope. Not saved. 6 more for Duplessis. He is going quickly. 32 off 12.
Yeah. He's not hanging around.
No, he's decided we're here for a quick time, not a long time. Which is probably not what you should decide, Elon.
He clearly saw that Carlton beer sign.
Thought he'd have a few bevies before the end of the night.
Sneaking a couple.
And Lol Perth smashing it now. And India, Pakistan, and Australia, and New Zealand. Strong teams and cricket teams, says Praveen there. And I had dinner at Paul Halford's in August. It was at my cousin's 50th, says Kiwi Gamer.
Halford.
Paul Halford. Sounds like a name we should know.
Yes. Who's Paul Halford? Please enlighten us.
Harris, just like that. Over goes for 20 this time.
Yep.
Even though he bowled such a good first over.
Should have stuck with one.
And although bloody can't you muppet, I would have caught that with my eyes closed. You are a great fielder because it was a decent effort from Shadab Khan, to be fair. Right on the boundary rope. He did take if he maybe got round a couple more steps, might have been a bit closer, but it still would have been a tough one for him to be able to take.
I think he was almost trying to just knock it back in as opposed to catch it.
Right, Dooley. Here we go. Windmill boy.
No.
You watch him go. Already he's fired up, ready to rumble. Here he goes.
What the?
See what I mean?
Yeah. I bet that confused the shit out of a lot of people first up.
But like you try and replicate it and you just don't know how he does it.
It's sort of hard to make your arms go both ways, isn't it? They always want to follow and go one way.
So he kind of,
yeah.
So the commentator's trying to work it out. And then he just crouches down ready to rumble for his next ball. He gets into a stance as if he's taking a goal kick. Drags that one down a little bit. Misses the fielder. That was a bit of poor fielding there.
Yeah, well cleaned up in the deep, though.
Shadab Khan, good throw.
Ooh.
And also, we have got the good lads. Yeah, home workouts may be beneficial, but not as pleasurable. Jokes aside, are going to get noticed. Like your seventh commentary is actually pro level. New Zealand, well, I do appreciate that a lot, mate.
When? 87.
87, that's a bit while ago.
Yeah, no, yep.
So, hello there, Kiwi lads.
That's back in the good old days of the all-white soccer. Remember that as kids?
I do see Roof is here as well. Welcome in, Roof. Hope you're doing well. Probably Jonty Rhodes would have caught that one. He was faster than Green Mamba, says Ruth. That was what Ruth said. Oh, I didn't think he was going to play that for a start. He's done it extremely late.
Very late.
This
has been. He was hoping it was sort of going to spin away and he was just going to get a little bit of angle to run it down through the slip cordon, I think. But was the arm ball just kept coming in.
See, that for me is Johnny Wilkinson. Ready to kick.
Yeah.
Boom, give it some of that drag down rubbish, but it's going to be a dot ball. This has been a very good over. Even though it's been a mixture of...
Required run rate, 7.9. Current run rate, 12. So they're cruising at the moment.
Is it too harsh to say it's a mixture of rubbish from Dooley? But it's just that Duplessis is that confused by the windmill that he has no idea what he's supposed to be doing with this ball. He's literally showing him the ball. He's going like this. Here it is, mate.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And then it's another dot ball. Duplessis looks unimpressed.
He does look a bit confused at the moment, actually, to be perfectly honest.
He is not keen.
He's just sitting there going, what the hell?
And the way the game is going, it's like your cricket game over in 10. They're playing on amateur, says Andreas.
Where is this coming from?
Oh, he's got him! Bowled him straight up the middle. Dooley's ecstatic.
I did see that.
Almost a wicket.
1 for 1 off an over.
How quickly a game can change again. It looks like you can only get the show from the store. Which Xbox you got? I ended up getting an Xbox Series S, but I've also got the old Xbox still after it blew up. I got it fixed. And Dooley is not mucking around. He's bowled extremely well. Good evening, gents. And there as well from Sebastian. Hope you are well, mate. It's been a weird game of cricket that we've witnessed. You remember Sebastian?
Yep.
One of the OG Kiwi lads. You see that Christmas emoji up in that corner?
Oh, yes.
He made that one.
Oh, true. Very good.
It's been on the channel all year.
Yep. Waiting for Christmas.
Yep. Dooley gets the wicket. How are you and your co-anchor doing today, Hamish? Exciting stuff. Good players on both sides. Duplessis is a whacker. He sledges those loose ball. Says, Roof, I'm doing very well. It's always a lot more fun when I've got someone sitting by my side for these streams. The feeling, as you can see, is mutual. Also, that's Hamish's father. No playing up, says Tony there. And Deontay Wilder is a definition of dangerous. Like Fury beat him. But Fury is the beat anyone as well. Because Fury, he won his fight up against that other geezer, didn't he?
Yep.
And I think, who are they still trying to get? Fury versus Joshua, is it? No. Fury versus Usyk, I think it is, isn't it? Maybe might be the next one they're trying to get. Oh, so what is an Xbox? Something cricketers wear to protect their family jewels?
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. Retired cricketers, though. Bang.
That's high. That's actually catchable.
That's gone up in Seagull country.
Straight down. Alice, great catch.
Got him.
Another wicket. Riley Meredith goes from his rubbish over to now getting the wicket of life. Both openers gone.
All of a sudden,
this is
2 for 44.
This is like what happened for them in about the 10th over
Yep.
for the Hobart Hurricanes.
2 new batsmen.
And also we have got there, I'm sorry, your Kiwi right, says football fan, I had to clean our new microwave. My mother actually cleaned the oven today, didn't she?
Yep.
So I'm going to get to test it tonight. And if
Getting ready for the Christmas turkey.
Smoke alarm goes off, I apologise because you'll probably be sleeping at the time of me
Could be.
cooking that. You might not be too happy.
I'll be happier if the smoke alarm goes off rather than the fire goes off.
That is true.
Yep.
Hello there, Dad.
Hello.
So you look like Hamish. Wonderful catch now. Says Ruth in there.
See.
I almost called her Ruthie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have been a bit of an accident. They do say there are similarities in my face compared to your face.
You reckon?
Yeah. A little bit. Maybe. You grow a bit of beard than me, though. But you choose to shave it.
Well.
The arrogance.
It's annoying.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does yours go itchy?
Yeah.
See, mine, for some
Only
reason,
between certain length and another length.
mine never goes itchy. Or not that I've found yet.
Mm-hmm.
My mustache goes in my mouth, which is annoying.
Oh, yeah. God, he's balls and shit. Americans get a wicket. Excuse my language.
He bought one.
Holy crap. This is 3 wides. He only bowled 7 balls. Hey, it's all your life out, mate. You're supposed to be an international cricketer.
Yeah, Meredith, although you might fire back soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get that sort of shit down to 7s.
If Fury smokes Usyk, I think Usyk is an incredibly skillful boxer. But like, man, he's only 6'3". Tyson Fury is 6'9" heavy.
Yeah.
And not only can box, he loves a street fight.
That makes it tough from that when you get great big guy versus little guy. You know, it's like, or David Tour, New Zealand's probably New Zealand's best boxer of sort of modern time, fighting Lennox Lewis. You know, David Tour was about 5'10", grew his hair about 6 inches high, so that he was trying to make himself look bigger. But at the end of the day, you know, when you're fighting a big man that's got a big reach advantage on you, you've got to be pretty special to get to the stage where you can actually get in without getting thumped for a start. To where you can actually do a bit of damage on your own, and well bowled. And then, of course, if you get in, you get a couple of lucky ones in there and all the rest of it, then the big guy just wraps you up and tries to hold you, and then you get separated again, and you end up back on the end of the 6-inch jab.
And those really good boxers know how to use that jab, don't they?
Yeah. Hey, they just stick it in your face all day, you know, and they don't even have to be punching you. They just stand there and sort of hold you back with it, basically, let you know that, righto, you've got to get past that length of arm before you even get anywhere near me. And if you come a little bit closer, I'll thump you with this other hand.
Because you got that slight advantage in MMA, because at least you can go for like a takedown just to mix it up a little bit, try and get them mixed. But in boxing, you know, you're not allowed to kick them.
You're not supposed to.
Just to throw them off a little bit.
You're not supposed to kick them. You can't even fake that you're going to buddy take them down.
And if you did, they'd look at you quite funny, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Do you think England will have to chase against Pakistan? I haven't actually watched a single minute of that test match. To be honest, I wouldn't even know if they're on. I assume they're on day 3. I think they started on the same day as
The other one. Yeah.
Australia, South Africa. And I was like, cook turkeys the man way. I attach it to the car and tow it through hot coal.
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah, okay.
I've seen someone try and cook a turkey in a dishwasher before.
What are you talking, Mr. Bean, or what?
No, he tried to fit it in the microwave, didn't he?
He tried to cook it in his head.
What else have we seen? Oh, I saw a video ages ago that they were trying to cook a turkey by slapping it with like a rapid fire slap machine. And believe it or not, the temperature did raise because, of course, that constant
friction.
So it just got to the stage how the machine was pretty much just full on, just tenderizing the meat. Nicely done. Straight out to the man at short cover.
You're just starting to quiet them down a little bit here. That was a pretty good over by Meredith.
Speed cooking hammies.
Apart from the wide.
I cashed out my Hobart $5 profit now, says Tony. Nice.
That just seems too easy to make money.
So I would.
What's going on there?
Well, to be fair, the game doesn't normally
Fluctuate up and down quite so much.
And did you think Argentina were going to beat France in the Football World Cup final? My comments throughout the whole day were pretty much, if Messi plays well, Argentina win. If Messi doesn't shine, then France will do the job. And I feel like Messi played well. France also at times played pretty well in that one, but I think in the end, it was Argentina. Well, when it goes down to penalties, it's more of the case of both sides deserved it to an extent. It was, yes.
Yeah.
And your old man summed it up perfectly with Lewis Tour. If you can't get to the get your FD, thing is with Usyk, he can beat almost all tall greats from the past, but Fury different. He's got all the boxes ticked, says Elon. Yeah, because some of those guys who are quite long, they sometimes can kind of
they're quite stiff, some of them.
Leave it up like that.
Fury's actually got quite good flexibility.
Mm.
So it makes it so that he can actually move around a bit and evade punches and things like that. Whereas a lot of those, big tall guys, they're a bit stiff. Which means that once you get past, you can actually hit them. But if you get, like Tyson Fury or that, if he's leaning back and dodging, he's pretty bloody hard to hit.
Mm.
Not only you got to get in there, but you've still got to reach him when he starts leaning back.
International Beer Reviews is in the chat as well. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well. Dooley currently bowling very well, I should mention.
Yep.
Getting it right on the money early. T20 prices are made for trading. The prices do go back and forth fast. I'm out now, though. Gets too dodgy near the end of the game. Yeah. Got to be better safe than sorry for those ones.
Well, I'm still putting my money on the Hobart Hurricanes.
Jace just said, I walk in and Hamish talking about tenderizing his meat. That explains why your arm or your right arm is bigger, says Jay. Did you hear that conversation the other night?
I hope not.
No, it's nothing bad. It's just because the angle with the way that the fisheye.
I did hear a wee bit of that.
My right arm looked like absolutely wham.
A beast.
A beast, yeah. And then this one was twiddly. Could have snapped it like a chopstick, the left. That one's close to chopping through Hobson.
Right, so he's got one that goes the other way.
Dooley. They're handy.
Yes.
Decent with the bat earlier on. Irish remains soccer fan, says Anthony Milford. And also, we have there, you like pizza or McDonald's? If I had to pick out of the two, it depends on what you're getting from each of them. Like, I've been eating a few of the gourmet. Oh, well, stepped away there, Inglis. I've had a couple gourmet burgers from McDonald's recently. And, like, they're all right. They're better than their normal burgers, I think. But they're still not absolutely great.
No.
Like, I enjoy a McDonald's slushie. Mango and pineapple combined. If you've got the option of trying that, do try it. It's not actually that great if you don't like mango and pineapple, but if you do, it's good.
Really?
Yeah. But like pizza, you
gave him that insight.
A nice big pizza's decent,
Mm-hmm.
One of those ones. You've had a massive pizza before, haven't you? Palmerston North.
2 foot diameter.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite large.
Pick the pieces up in 2 hands and you just keep feeding it in. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's got to be out.
That's bloody
and
close.
It's given the wrong one from Dooley.
That's bloody close.
And he's absolutely tearing through this Perth Scorchers lineup at the moment. Hobson, I don't believe.
They're going to have a look. I don't think it's going over would be the only thing that would save them, I think. And I don't think they're going.
No. I think it's stayed low enough as well.
Yeah.
Look at that. Back in. Back leg. Almost could have bowled him, really.
Toast.
Very lucky. And can't go wrong with a pizza, especially if it has cheese on it.
I don't think the umpire will get an easier call than that one today.
And Joyce is a nightmare for everyone. I just feel Tyson doesn't know or doesn't need to KO him to win, where everybody else does. Fury probably on points, maybe. maybe, just maybe, KO, says Elon there.
Mhm.
And I exactly know which food you love. It is KFC chicken, says Football Fan. I mean, I don't mind KFC chicken, although the thing is, like, don't get me wrong, it's all right, but it's not the greatest thing ever. You know? I actually, if I had to pick between KFC chicken as in like pieces or their crispy chicken tenders, I'll pick their chicken tenders because they're bloody beautiful.
Mm.
But if I had to pick anything else from KFC, like burger wise, they're all right. You know, at least you know it's real chicken, which I think is a good start.
Mm.
But sometimes, you know, I think I was having a bit of a, what's it called? A epiphany yesterday. That was like, yes, fast food's like, it's all right, it's convenient. But is it really that good?
Well,
I'll probably get some tomorrow, I'll be honest with you. It's just, it's a habit.
Crocodile Dundee quote from way back. Tastes like, well, you can live on it, but tastes like shit.
Mm.
Hmm?
See, salmon's supposed to be good for you.
Is it?
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of some fish, but I'll
No.
try and eat salmon, even though I kind of eat it like this. Because it's supposed to do things for you,
Must
isn't
be
it?
good for you, omega-3.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Local fish and chip shop burgers are the hot ticket. Cheap also, says Jay. Yeah, the local Chinese place has some very good chicken fried rice.
Mhm.
Sometimes,
Sometimes, yep.
but 50-50. Is
Mhm.
Brett Lee still about? Old Binger says Elon, he is. I think he's still doing the commentary
Yes.
for the BBL.
Yep.
And also, we have got the what about Nando's? We don't actually have
Yeah,
any of Nando's, Hardee's, Popeyes, Wendy's, or Jubilee or Jollibee where we are.
No.
And stuffing is my strong point, says Sebastian.
just a pingers.
Stuffing, as in like, I assume like the actual, you put your, yeah.
Mm.
I think that's back
You
to the
what?
turkey point.
Yeah.
So he puts his stuffing in the turkey
Yes.
and then he drags it along the hot coals.
Oh, okay. We'll work on that there.
Mm.
As long as he's not putting his stuffing in the turkey and then trying to push it along the hot coals.
Mm.
That could be slightly more.
Feet would get quite sore by the end.
Oh, well, you know. Not that easy to push a turkey.
No, definitely not.
Right.
In that
Enough of
like-
that shite. Right. 3 for 55. 6.4 overs. Slowing up a bit.
Meredith's done well here recently.
I'm not seeing too many runs. They're just showing the last sort of 15 odd balls, 16 balls. Not too many big scoring shots there.
And also, Brett Lee was ruthless. Remember the box or the Baz Beamer? Says
Yes.
Elon. That's the one that.
Yep.
Did it get him in the eye or the nose? It's somewhere, wasn't it? And sconned him. Short ball, nicely played by Inglis. He's not the tallest man in the world, so had to.
Well over the top of that one, though, wasn't he? Definitely wanted to make sure that it got down to ground.
Like a katana, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Katana. I used to use those on GTA
Ah,
Vice City,
right. Okay.
but not for what you'd think you would.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Do you know what I used to do on GTA Vice City the most?
No.
No? You'll never. Well, you won't be surprised.
Used to go to the fast food outlet.
No.
Right.
I used to drive a bus along the beach
Brilliant.
and actually give people
That's a big shot.
bus rides. That's a nice shot. One bounce 4.
Mhm.
You know, it would be $5. They'll give you $5 after you drop them off. Oh, just hours, just back and forth along the beach.
Right.
That's all I'd need to do.
The beach runner.
Yep. Just to make ends meet.
Mhm.
Not what.
Ah, it's tough living in that bloody world.
Yeah. Not what
Right.
GTA was made for, but I just, you know, people had places to be and I was that service. I saw
Oh.
no one else doing it.
Wow. Because every time you found a car, somebody either tried to steal it or shoot you. So the GTA world.
Brett Lee even has his own YouTube channel now where he gives out tips and tricks or tells cricketing stories from his career. That's kind of cool. I know that Michael Bisping does that for the UFC. Kind of reacts to all of the upcoming ones and kind of post reviews. They're just showing the comparison between Hasgaloo and also Dooley.
It must be a young spastic thing or something.
Well, I think it's to try and, well, I don't even know what it is. I feel like it's, for one, they stand out when they do it.
Wow.
Because it can't be anything to do with the technique to make you get your hands in the right place. Because it's just
Oh,
not.
no, it's just showmanship.
And it's working at the moment for Dooley.
Everybody want to be different. He's going to stick a running after that one.
Going to be a quick taken 2 direct hit. He would have been gone.
And that one. Hey, that'd be one of those. Oh, I should have let it go through the man on the boundary. Oh,
Try those chicken goujons, long strips of crumb soft chicken with sweet Thai chili sauce dip.
Oh.
I could have read that off like it was part of an ad there.
Part of a bloody menu or something. Yeah. Wow.
Football fan that only happened once. Roasted roasted that sucker.
He's
Sorry.
gone for the reverse sweep. Didn't pay off.
Last week there, Anthony Joshua found out what happens when you hype job. Oh, his fight with Usyk was so weird because after the fight, I feel like it was just such a strange scenario because he was like, "Hey, if Usyk bet me,"
Dooley just dragged one down.
He really did.
And got smashed for 6.
Can't do that, really, can you?
No.
And I think Duplessis let him away with it in his first over. Flat 6, 72 metres.
Yeah, flat 6. Didn't go very high, but yeah, just got it wrong out of the hand.
Yeah, Joshua pretty much said, well, for him to have beaten me, he must be a pretty decent boxer because I'm me. And then he did can we get a hip hip hooray for the winner of this fight, Usyk? Hip hip. And the crowd were like, what? All right.
This guy's had too many hits to the head.
Yeah, this isn't a birthday party. It's a bloody pay-per-view.
I just lost my bloody money.
Like gravy on chicken and football fan. I read that one. Maybe your dad is a pure entertainer. Oh, no, that's a replay.
That was a replay.
Although, pretty decent ball.
That was a good ball, though.
He was celebrating it. J.O.'s, why do people love football? Jay put, they don't. Just a good fighter, too much bodybuilding, too many blows to the head. He's second tier. And because Hamish dad invented football. Did he? Did you?
Well, I must have. Okay. It's on YouTube, it must be true.
The end of a Dooley over. He's steaming through.
He's still 2 for 14 off 3, though. Pretty good effort.
Very good bowling. Hurricanes at this point, 11 runs ahead. They were sitting 2 for 80.
Oh, okay. Yep.
An extra wicket falling for them.
Tell you what, Scorchers are under a bit of pressure here. Hobart got the towels up.
Also, we have our big differences smash. Also, Joshua had too many smoke blown up. You know where? Can Dad tell why he hasn't fought Wilder, Fury, or Joyce yet? Please, please, says Elon. To be fair, it's probably like you're waiting for that right money deal, aren't you? And
that's what a lot of it comes down to. A lot of it comes down to the money and whether it's basically the old catch-22, because if you want to earn the big bucks, you've got to be prepared to take a little bit of a risk, but you still want to make sure that the odds are better for you. Because if you lose to them, if you take a fight, it's like when people take a fill-in fight, isn't it? If you get yourself knocked out or anything like that, all of a sudden you become a muppet and your value goes down.
Jay likes that word.
Muppet.
Yeah.
So they get a bit scared sometimes as to who they actually fight, because if somebody's pretty even with them, and they might be, you might have a southpaw boxer versus an orthodox boxer or something like that, where styles don't suit, then they get to the stage where they don't really want it. So you can actually have, the good boxers can sometimes actually dodge each other for years. And it's still, but you've never beaten him or you've never beaten him. But it's because they can't get the money to the point, basically, because it's all driven by money, where the money is enough so that if they lose, they regain what they'll lose in the next fight that they don't get because they lost to some journeyman or some, extra.
Well, you look at even in the Australian boxing scene, Paul Gallen, Sonny Bill Williams, how long have they been
haggling? Yeah, basically
talking about we'll fight each other, we'll fight, and now they're going to probably, if they do fight, they'll fight when they're both like 45.
Yeah, and they, and both camps will go, he doesn't want to fight me, and the other camp will go, he doesn't want to fight me, and all the rest of it because you're scared you'll lose. And it just becomes a war of words. And like you say, it ends up 10 years after they're in their prime, they might finally get a fight on. You know, David Tour, Shane Cameron from a New Zealand perspective. Shane Cameron always thought he was the best boxer in New Zealand. David Tour was arguably one of our best boxers, certainly of the modern era, and all the rest of it. Never ever got to fight each other until towards the end of their career, and David Tour gave Cameron a hiding, basically.
Because he was out of his prime too.
Yeah. Well, they were in a different league anyway, but they dodged each other for an awful long time before they finally got it on. And it was probably one of Shane Cameron's last fights. So it only became a sort of a money thing before he retired anyway.
Calm finished his over, 6 runs off it. Pretty quiet over, really.
Pretty quiet over.
Singles tapping round.
Not too much happening. Required run rate starting to sneak up towards 9. They too will have a couple of power overs, won't they?
Yes.
To be used at some stage.
It's a big Matthew Wade. He's still not smiling properly in it.
No.
Brett was another great Aussie bowler, says Ruth. And then also we have got the spot on as promoters. No, he'll get KO'd. 100% dead. Says Elon. Also prize fighting. Did Elon there. And so I don't believe if Scorchers can come, or if they can keep calm, or I do believe, sorry, if they can keep calm till 14th over, then take the surge with wickets in hand. That'll be a game over at this stage. I guess 60-40 to Perth, said Andreas.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting. I think, personally, I think a lot of people would see it 60-40 Hurricanes at the moment, just because at this point of the match, that's a shot, though.
That's
it's a bloody good shot.
That's a great shot. But
59-41. But
see, 9 and over is not terrible.
No. It's just that extra wicket, isn't it?
Certainly, if they lose another couple of wickets before they get into that sort of last 5 overs and that, then they're slightly under a little bit more pressure. At the moment, they can keep it, ticking over, sort of run a ball, occasional 4 every now and then, and you're getting pretty close to your 9 and over without actually having to take too many risks.
Should also mention Nathan Ellis into the bowling attack. He's the one on our game that I absolutely smacked around, wasn't it?
Well, let's hope he doesn't bowl the pies that he did to you.
Yeah. I mean, you go for about 28 off that over.
No, 30, 34, I think it was.
It's worse.
Yeah, I think it's 5 sixes and a 4, wasn't it? You missed that one. Well, I didn't miss it. You just pitched it up slightly more. Cameron
was a mug. He was a cruiserweight, and only man stupid enough to make Tua angry. It was Tony there.
Well, he made him angry because he kept saying that he was better than him. But unfortunately, when it come time for the action in the ring, Tua made him look pretty ordinary, really.
Most sports stars back in the day still had 9-to-5 jobs and played because they love the sport and for the fans. Now almost every sport is making or is money orientated and driven.
Yep,
says Jay.
Yep.
And it's a shame because, like, I'm going to use this as an example because it's probably the only one that's slightly relevant at the moment. Women's Rugby Union.
Yep.
A lot of those sides in the Six Nations, I believe the Welsh side, 90% of their team had jobs that they were doing, so they could only train like once or twice a week. Children as well.
Yep.
But they were still playing the international rugby when they could squeeze it in just so that they could still, because they liked to play it. They weren't even getting paid big dollars at all, hence why they had the 9-to-5s. But now you look at, like, even, football, having it as an example, biggest sport in the world. You're getting people making how many millions a year just to play 5 minutes at the end of a game if they need to. Like Ronaldo, if he goes to Saudi Arabia, what was his contract? 900 million or something like that.
Yeah, over 3 years or something.
Yeah. And it's like,
it's just ridiculous money when you think about it.
and
it's very, very hard to sort of fathom, how somebody can be worth that much. And especially in a team game.
I've said it from the start. Goalies and defenders are underpaid in football.
Oh, huge.
And even they make plenty of money,
Yeah,
but nowhere near enough.
Huge discrepancy between the guy that puts the ball in the net at one end and the guy that saves the ball at the other end. And you think, well, you know, it's just as important to save the goal as what it is to score. Because let's face it, if you can't stop the opposition scoring, there's no point in having a striker that can score goals, unless he can score one more than what the opposition does. But yeah, it's just there is a big, huge difference between the front people and the back people, basically. And it's sort of, you know, it's a team game. If the defenders and that can't get the ball up to the end where the strikers are, the striker's redundant. Paying an awful lot of money for someone to stand out on the soccer pitch. And it's a little bit the same, you know, it's a little bit the same with all sport, really, with cricket, with rugby. You know, cricket, you can have the best bowling team in the world, but if nobody can bat, you're probably not going to win too many games.
No.
Rugby is the same. You know, you can have some of the greatest players in the world in that, and you still be an ordinary team. If you can't play as a team or everybody, you know.
You can have a world-class winger, but if you can't get it out to him,
if he never gets
no
the ball,
point.
What are you paying for? Right?
I was like, she's right, welcome in, mate. And Mike Tyson was my pick of the boxers, aggressive as hell, rock it there. And Hamish, you could be a rock star cricketer, respect, and Ronaldo is a princess bastion. Leave the feminist crap out, mate. If women go watch women's sport, more money come in and women will get paid more. It wasn't so much the point of how much they were getting paid. I feel like you heard women and went, oh no, we can't have that. But it's more of the case of the fact that they are still working alongside it. I think you missed the point, Tony. I knew that you would. Out of everyone in the chat, I knew you would be the one to pipe up. But it's more of the case of the fact that they are still working alongside it. They're playing for the passion, not for the money. That was the point of that whole pretty much last 5 minutes, rather than looking at it as, oh, it's a woman, we better complain because it's a woman. I read that McGregor makes like 500 mil per minute with his business and endorsements and fights that through. I don't know 500 mil per minute. I'd say, don't get me wrong, he makes a lot of money off his Proper 12 Irish whiskey. He's also got a few other businesses going on the side. 500 mil, maybe 500 mil a year-ish. But, yeah, not 500 mil a minute.
He's not one of the highest paid sportsmen. So you can't be making that.
No, not quite. And champion team beats a team of champions every day of the week. And twice on a Sunday. Says Elon. And also, Argentina won the final. They did indeed a 900 million. I'd spend it in a day, mate, as well. And money makes things totally different now, says Ruth. That's the thing. When you get to that stage, you don't know what to do with it to an extent.
Well, that's why half of them sort of muck themselves off a bit, don't they? They get into very stupid things, stupid investments. There's an awful lot of sportsmen around the world that have made an awful lot of money and are still broke. And unfortunately, that's the reality of it. You know, I always remember when the All Blacks first started going professional and that. I remember listening to a thing that likes of Glenn Osborne and Christian Cullen and co. Eric Rush always used to be their sort of financial advisor or the banker.
He was an accountant, wasn't he?
Yeah. Because when All Black Rugby basically went professional first, you know, right at the start of the process, all of a sudden, you know, all these young guys that had all come from sort of, you know, very sort of, you know, low money backgrounds was suddenly getting, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars thrust at them and all the rest of it. And, you know, some people go mad on money. Basically, all of a sudden, you've got all this freedom. You can do whatever you like. You've got, you know, more money. You've got cars. You've got women that want to know you because you've got money. And then all of a sudden, they're in the shit and doing dumb things. And then their career suddenly becomes on, you know, on the line, basically. So what made them all the money suddenly becomes the thing that destroys them. And there's been a lot of sportsmen, you know, that have got into gambling, they've got into drugs, you know, got into dog fighting and you know, all that sort of stuff, corrupt shit. That that are now villains of the game, basically, that through, being special at it at the start, it's actually turned against them. But now they've become the enemies, and,
11 overs down, 94 for 3. We have got there, Andreas has said, where were the Hurricanes at this stage? They were on 102 for 2.
Yeah, game's pretty even.
This stage was when they actually took their power surge.
Yeah.
As well, this exact over. I think
So basically the difference is that the Hurricanes will need a special bowling over, don't they?
One like Jai Richardson did.
One like Jai Richardson. Basically, they need that over that screws it down and puts everything and keeps it even as they come out of those power surge overs.
And speaking of even, power surge taken at the exact same time.
Yep.
This was actually the moment that broke the Hobart Hurricanes momentum when they took their power surge. It was a good chat with you and your dad, your old man. It's really nice to see you're lucky to have each other. And may you keep rocking on, says Elon in there as well. I thought you were pulling the finger there. At the corner of my eye.
Everybody look away while I thump my boy.
And too greedy. Talk about Achilles 7 and Aston Martin racing around. And that's happening to a few big names in the sport. I think a good example of using money for the better, I would say it's gone through the hands of short. That should have been out for Inglis, but instead it's going to be worse, and it's going to be a 6 for the Perth Scorchers. But a good example is Sadio Mane, I believe it is, if I'm not wrong. And the reason I say that is he is from, this is going to be bad if I can't remember which country. I think he's from Senegal, if I'm not wrong, which it could be. But the country of origin, I guess, is relevant for this part of it. But
that's an absolute shocking.
He rocks around with an older phone and doesn't spend that much money on himself. He's probably got an average car. Or he might have 1 or 2 nice cars, but he signed with a Premier League club, one of the better players around. I believe he's at Liverpool at the moment, or he might have moved again. But he sends a lot of his money back to help build schools where he's from in Africa. And I think more than half of his pay goes back to kind of where he was from and kind of sending it to schools, creating chances for other kids in the country. That's going to be a great uppercut shot from Josh Inglis. For some people, the idea of giving up half their paycheck to fund something that they might not get to see to an extent, although he's been back a few times, but you don't get to see all the behind the scenes. Some people would be like, nah, it's terrible investment. I'd rather put it into this that I can see results. I'd rather put it into property and all this kind of thing. And also we have got there a sensible, down-to-earth bloke, the man with no haters, says Sebastian there. And Sadio is a good bloke. He is, yes, he's Senegalese. And from Senegal, says Andreas, and Scorchers burning it up their power play. Get some boundaries, says Ruth. Looks like they're going to take the 2 runs.
Getting a couple of boundaries. That could be a costly drop, that one.
Partnership of 55 off 35 balls.
Yeah.
And at Bayern, is that where he's ended up? But remember, grew up poor. That is why he has a good heart, says Andreas. But he's
and there's a few athletes like that around the world. I've often thought of it myself and all the rest of it when you talk about, the likes of Ronaldo getting $900 million deal. There's a few golfers at the moment getting paid huge money to go and join the LVL league and things like that, where you've often thought, well, how much money do you actually need? And imagine if they spread that round, type thing, exactly what you were saying. Whether the world will be a better place or whether, and how many more people would actually come through. But there's a lot of them doing scholarship things and doing, actually giving back to the sport that's made them famous. Through, various foundations. There's Aussie cricketers doing it as well. Glenn McGrath certainly tied up with the likes of the breast cancer side of it and all the rest of it. Shane Warne, he's got a bloody foundation thing as well, I think. That's good to see because ultimately, it's the people that make these ones, soccer couldn't afford to pay Ronaldo $900 million if nobody went and watched soccer. If nobody bought jerseys, if nobody bought kits.
I don't think he's got enough of that. Oh, just
enough. Yeah, got enough to get it over the top. This game's starting to heat up, but Hamish.
I was just doing the maths in my head there. 11 runs difference between what the Perth Scorchers are on and what the Hobart Hurricanes were sitting on.
Yeah.
At this point of their innings. Maradona sent a whole lot of money to farmers in Bolivia, says Tony there. But yeah, it's like once you're getting outside of the tens of millions of dollars or outside of the millions of dollars, almost a one-handed chance there. It's going to go to 4 as well.
This guy's just been a little bit predictable on what he's bowling, I think.
Yeah, Joel Paris, he had such a good first over.
It doesn't appear to be a lot of variation here. He's just sort of trying to bowl sort of slow, short ball bounces, basically.
And Inglis, being a short guy in Australia,
geez, that must have been close to a no ball.
You get used to facing short stuff, don't you?
I would imagine so.
Because
every bowler in Aussie looks like he's about 6'4".
Just over.
Yeah, that was close.
Close one-handed chance. Joel Paris there. That's going to be a big shot from Inglis. Hasn't got enough of it, but once again, only to 2 men outside of the ring.
Easy 4.
Another 4 runs. At this point in time, the Hurricanes were 3 runs ahead and they had an extra wicket lost. And I believe another wicket was about to fall now.
I would imagine so, because they lost 4 of them in a very short succession, didn't they? So it'd be interesting to see what the comparison is after these 2 power play overs.
Good examples are Hollywood celebs who've ruined their lives overnight with too much money. Says Roof there. And Maradona funded the powder business heavily as well. Such a shame for such a legend of the sport, says Sebastian. Well, I mean, even to an extent, I guess he funded something he was passionate about. Like, I guess it boosted someone's economy. No. Apparently 3 balls down here. 55 runs or 45 is definitely doable.
Oh, shit, yeah. No, this is starting to get into meat and drink country.
And Hobart, $7 now. Just got some, says Tony.
$7.
So you've just backed Hobart, and now you're hoping that they get a wicket, probably in this ball. And then maybe the next one after that. Still got a deep batting lineup.
Well, they've got to get rid of Ingles anyway, because he's causing an enormous amount of problems at the moment.
XI whipped away. It's racing quickly, but it goes out to the man in the deep, Tim Davids. Hasn't had to bowl yet. I'm there right now, says Mr. Jaden. How many are in attendance, Jaden? Have they said on there? What are you passionate about? Apart from the the game. I just read Sebastian's. What are you passionate about? Apart from football, Diego. Okay. Sebastian.
At least he's honest.
And Glenn McGrath was one of the favourite world-class fast bowlers. Him and South African Alan Donald.
White Lightning.
That's gone high. Turner hasn't got enough. Oh, they're getting very lucky. Everything's falling a couple meters away from the fielder at the moment, or 1 meter above his head. Or less than that, in fact.
Yes, all the mishits are all just going far enough.
So this is when the Hurricanes lost another wicket. Scorchers taking the lead now in the comparison of how many runs they were on at this point of the match. Passionate about people powdering their noses on the inside, says Tony. And Mr. Jaden, so am I. Where are you sitting, says Jay.
Give us a wave.
We work to the leg side. Asif Ali fields it. Right end of the power surge. 2 runs ahead and 2 wickets ahead at the moment. The Perth Scorchers in the comparison.
2 behind with the wickets.
2 behind, yeah.
Right.
And Inglis is set. Turner, to an extent, is feeding the strike to Inglis and scoring when he needs to.
So the difference was that when the Hurricanes come out of the power play, they had 2 new batsmen in.
And I don't think it was too much after that they actually lost their next wicket as well.
Because they had that wee patch where they actually had to slow down a wee bit and try not to lose wickets. So, so the next 2 overs basically are going to determine how this game goes, I think.
Also, is your dad still back in the Hurricanes, says Andreas.
Yep.
You
can't change now. You'll stick with it.
You're already in too deep. Oh, that would have been out, but he's just smacked it down the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bounces for 4.
unfortunately, I think that drop catch is going to hurt them big time.
Yeah.
It's
now only 47 or 41 runs per over 6.88. The only thing I think...
The only thing that's slowing them down is wickets now.
Yeah. I was about to say, the only thing to stop them from getting this total for me now is probably being bowled out.
Yep.
Because even if they lose 3 or 4, if you're still only going at about 6 runs and over to be able to get the total, shot or is it?
It's gone high.
I think it's gone straight
It's gone
up.
high.
Taken. Wickets, change matches.
Right.
And now that's another one. Who's that? That's Turner who's gone out.
Yep.
Not the end of the world.
Not quite the one they wanted, but
they'll take it.
They'll take it for a start.
Bangs it into the turf, Riley Meredith. Just a little bit shorter than that last delivery. But I think Turner was at the mindset of, I might as well go here.
Yeah, I'm swinging. Yep.
And it got so out of hand that he used to buy even his culinary condiments in dodgy bags. In dodgy bags. And cashed out, says Tony. Okay, so you might have made another $1, I guess. Somewhere around there. And footballer has to be David Beckham, says Ruth.
He's overrated.
Was he?
Yeah. He only became a star because he married that other crazy woman.
Who was that? Crazy Spice, was it?
Yeah, one of them.
Victoria
Beckham.
What was her name before Beckham?
Grumpy Spice. That's what it should have been.
Was she? She had angry lady.
Yeah, no, she was always the angry one.
Aaron Hardy.
She always gave that appearance that she was slightly better than everybody else in that group. Just my impression. Right, 47 or 40.
It's a quick ball to face when you've just come to the crease, isn't it? 142.
But he's got off strike.
Still not getting it up to 150 like he used to, Riley Meredith. Posh Spice.
Yep.
Snobbish.
Snobbish, that's right. Yep. Snobby Spice would have been a slightly better name for her, probably. But
those Seagulls are quite involved at the moment at the ground, aren't they? In the airways. You see about 5 of them every time the ball goes
seagulls.
up. Yeah.
The sea must be cutting up rough around the island of Tasmania.
Right, so Hardy got off the mark. Whoa, short ball. Inglis has chased it. He's got 1 run for it. He hadn't got onto that. That could have been 5 wides. Maybe. And also, upon hearing that Cricket Australia was going to present him with a baggy green, Diego started practicing his rolling skills in preparation.
Right.
Substances, eh? I'm quite amazed at slushy machines.
Really?
And milkshake machines. I know it's a weird transition, but for some reason it made me think of it. And it made me think of it because is there like powder in those machines that decide they have like syrups, don't they? That decide what flavor it's going to be when it comes out of the tube. But like George wanted me to ask the person at the window at Burger King yesterday how much it would cost to get a milkshake machine that pops out chocolate milkshakes like it does there. Because it just makes it. And then you switch it to strawberry, done.
Just like that.
How?
Wow.
You know?
Food for thought.
How does it not get cross-contaminated?
Probably does. You ever had the cake from McDonald's? Tastes like raspberry. Right.
Riley Meredith, last ball of his spell. Inglis does well to get onto it. Well fielded in the ring by Ellis. Who the is Ellis? That's going to be the end of the over. 130 for 4.
That was pretty disappointing spell, actually, I think. Not one Yorker in there.
Lucky to get 2 wickets, would you say?
Yep.
Also the hand of God, Maradona, and also we have got their Posh Spike likes Beckham. And also we have got their when he bends it, whatever that means.
Bends it like Beckham.
Thing is, do you think Bend It Like Beckham has any other, like no one's really got a saying anymore, do they? Like
Fall down like Messi.
Well, it's got to have that alliteration as well, like the something. Miss it like someone.
Give it up. Right.
I was gonna say miss it like Mbappe, but he doesn't miss, does he? He just scores goals.
Right, 6 overs to go.
Drag
This is the
down.
first sign of spin.
Wow.
Caught?
No.
Drop.
Darcy Short. They know where he is now, and they know that he's messing up in the field. I think that one was definitely the harder chance of the two.
Yeah.
But it's still been hit extremely hard at him.
Aye. Is it catchable?
It's flat. It's flat. No. It drops just short of him, I'd say.
He's done well to get hit in the foot with that, actually.
Mm.
Saved 4.
Better like Beckham, he was superb with corner kicks. Seth Roof, and also, lads, what do you reckon? Worth a punt on Weird Hobart? Oh, Weird Hobart to win this? I would say they need another 2 wickets or so.
They need to get Angles out.
And also,
if they get Angles out, they're in the box seat.
That's true, Roof. He was a proficient bender, says Sebastian. And also got to be made an American milkshake machine. Biggest, creamiest ones, says Ruth. That's going to be another couple runs. Relay throws effective, but they just get the 2. Hardy just in the box. And Beckham missed the penalty versus Greece. A great moment for Greece, says Tony.
That's the unfortunate thing, you see. Everybody remembers the penalties you miss.
Look at Glenn Maxwell. We still remember when he went out for his golden duck in the BBL. When they did that big show animation on the screen. I can still remember the ball. Left it, cleans up the stumps. Bye-bye, Big Show.
Yeah. I've made a dig of myself. We got a pedal session here.
Whereas I can't remember how many runs he got in his record innings last year for the BBL.
Yes.
I know it was 100 and something.
Was it?
150 maybe, but
I'd say.
Couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Did they win the game?
Yeah, easily. They got like 270 runs.
Oh, right. Should be a good start.
Whoa, big full toss. It looks like me bowling leg spin.
They're just getting milked here.
Easy runs. 36 off 31. The big thing here for Hobart is they need about 3 or 4 dot balls and then the wicket.
Well, they have to get Angles out.
Hardy, 5 off. Oh, wow.
Oh, shit, that was close.
That was a great ball from Shadab Khan. That will end the 15th over now. It's going to be 4 wickets, 137 on the board.
To be fair, Hobart are just lacking a little bit of luck here at the moment, aren't they?
Well, they've had many drop catches, half chances.
Catch gone down, a couple of half chances that are all but like a bully goat. A couple of really, really good balls that haven't got wickets, but
Gareth is here. He said my thingy's nickname is Beckham. Not going to say why.
Okay. Right.
I was going to say about right or left, but
right.
What corner he prefers. Dooley back in the
36
attack.
from 30.
That's uppish. Is there someone back there, though? There is. Inglis is gone. Now.
This is big.
This is a moment.
This is big.
Because as well as that, you can see there 2 dot balls, 7.45 now the runs per over goes up to.
Yeah.
From 6.8.
Yeah, well, that's not terrible. They get 12, 15 and over. So that's not the issue. The fact, if they keep losing wickets, then all of a sudden they're under the same pressure that Hobart were. So the key now is to get a couple of dot balls in.
Tell you what, if he had dropped that, that would have been danger.
If you drop that, you might as well just keep rolling.
I like how I mentioned about Dooley, and he's actually gone on to have a very good bowling.
He has. He's bowled here. 3 for 14 and 3.1.
I love how we all acknowledge Gareth's statement in cold silence.
Yep. Well, so some things you just don't want to get into.
We supporting the Scorchers, says Gareth. And currently, to an extent, Ashton Agar, last of the proper batsmen. Jai Richardson still can hit a long ball. Same with Andrew Ty. Behrendorff, you're probably looking at maybe not. And then Haskelloo.
They can all hit them, but it gives you an opportunity to start getting dot balls.
Yeah.
Once you get past those, those manipulators of the ball or the ones that can work it around, you get into a stage where you can start bowling a couple of dot balls, and then that builds the pressure, and then all of a sudden I've got to hit a boundary here somewhere. And that creates the element of risk.
Oh, no, sliding down leg. I changed my mind.
Did you try and give them out there?
I tried to give them out for a start, and then I decided it was sliding down leg
It's going down leg.
and also height.
Yeah. I don't think it's got much going for it.
See, this is why I'm not a great umpire. They go upstairs.
They've gone for it.
So they're going to let me know how badly wrong I was if it is.
Yep.
It is out. He named his penis, says Jay. He did, yes. Yeah, why not, Gareth? I'm definitely not supporting the team that Matthew Wade is. Wade is he's the bastard, says Sebastian. And he can't smile right. I mentioned it at the start of the stream. I was impersonating him in the pictures. He's just...
Right. Here's the replay. It's legal. That's a good start.
Legal delivery. I could be a ventriloquist.
Could be. Bowled reasonably close.
He kind of did that with his hand.
Like a push, but I think that's gone too far.
It's at the front leg.
That's missing by a mile.
How tall is Ashton Agar? He's quite tall.
He's quite tall. It's gone by a mile.
Good stride into the ball. No edge. It's hit above the mid roll.
Yeah.
Could it stay low?
No. It's going over the stumps and down leg. There you go. Original says pitches outside the line, hit in line, and
missing, not going over the stumps though.
Oh,
well,
all but like a billy goat.
Lucky I changed my original decision from out to
probably a good thing.
Down, isn't it? No, so we have good there. Could we have picked a cooler name? Or could have picked a cooler name. And also we have good there. What Ben's like Beckham, Gareth, your brainwaves, says Haruf. And also after a man, a real bender, says Tony.
Right.
36
off 28.
I like how Ben
dot
Smith.
Ball. Dot ball. Stumped him.
He stumped him and Dooley's got a fourth.
Wow.
Now, I want to mention
I'm
something.
not sure that was the time to be dancing down the wicket. But anyway.
I want to give you some information.
Come on, Matt.
You remember last over when I said what you want is about 3 or 4 dot balls and then a wicket.
Yeah.
We've had 4 dot balls, 2 of which wickets. And now the game's changed.
That's too. That's something like that.
That's really bad from Ashton Agar. Get a bit excited, don't you?
Shut the fuck up. Fucking annoying now. People trying to sleep.
Hey, good night, Tony, says Gareth. It also been fun, peeps. Eva is calling good night, says Tony. Enjoy. Ashton. Dom for a duck off the second ball. This match is some zing like Zinger KFC wings.
Oh.
There you go.
Right. 36 off 27. Run rate up to 8 now. But more importantly, 6 wickets.
Only 4 remaining. Jai Richardson now. And 36 is still, like, theoretically, at worst or at best, that's 6 sixes. That's still a lot.
Just a bit. Aussie test team lost 4 wickets getting 36.
How about 9 fours?
9 fours. Also 36.
Ray waves can't be bent if you don't have any. First world solutions.
Right. Oh, Jai Richardson's got a best of 33, so they're not quite going to get there on Jai.
Oh.
Someone else is going to have to come into the game.
Come on, Dooley, get your 5 for Bud. Oh, that's back leg as well.
That's reasonably close.
He's going like this. It's not given. Now they still have a review. No, they don't. They lost it. They lost it for that last one.
I'll tell you what, I bet they wish they got one now.
It was close. He was right back in his crease as well, wasn't he?
That was a hell of a lot closer than that one they bloody went for.
Nah, over.
Still too. Might have got the top of the stumps though. Jeez, he's damn near standing on the stumps. Pleading with the umpire.
That's how you celebrate, isn't it? Or you appeal.
And now he wants that review. Man, I hope they show us a replay of that.
Pushes at that one, Richardson. Nicely played out through the gap. That'll be
just the
one run.
Just the one.
And come on, Hardy. Whoever you are, says Gareth.
Here we go.
Here's the replay.
Oh, they're going to look stupid if this
it's going over.
Sneaking over.
Yeah, just. Closer than the last one, but just missing the top of the stump. So that also means that if...
They would have wasted the review on that one too. So
if the Scorchers had reviewed, though, still at the crease if it was given out.
Yep. Yep.
Dooley, last ball. Well bowled. That's going to be a
I'll
single.
tell you what, that's a fantastic spell of bowling. 4 for 16 off 4. That's impressive.
Done very well there, Dooley. I mentioned him at the start.
Now they need someone to back them up.
And
34
who will
off
that
24.
be?
All of a sudden, it's starting to get slightly more interesting.
8.50 Shadab Khan. Now, this man can take wickets if he gets in the right place. It's quite tricky for him, though, because he is that leg spinner, but he doesn't quite bowl at the same as Rashid Khan. In fact, he's a bit of a weird one because he can go both ways.
Paddled a bit in his first 2 overs. They just sort of paddled him from one side of the wicket to the other, effectively. Most of the runs, I think, have come from behind the wicket.
Yeah, just working the single there. Although singles aren't the worst thing in the world at the moment for Hobart.
But they want single for Hardy to get him off strike. And then they got to put the pressure on this guy.
Jai Richardson. Man who probably saved 20 runs with the ball in hand.
That must be a new bat. It looks pretty clean.
Yeah, they get them sponsored, don't they? I'd love a sponsored bat.
They get paid all that money. They got a buddy, and they get their bats given to them. Right.
That's a good ball. Single down the ground.
That's right. I had to pick bloody strawberries for a year to bloody make it up and buy my first cricket bat.
I bought 2 cricket bats at once because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. We're not going to go there.
But they were both half price.
Brilliant.
So it was cheaper than buying one of them full price. So again, see, it's very hard at this stage being a spinner and not going for less than 6.
Not getting milked.
Which is where Dooley has once again shown that was an absolutely tremendous spell.
Fantastic spell.
Because he wasn't going for singles. He was getting dot balls.
Yeah. But if you're getting wickets.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Dot ball.
Builds the pressure.
It's like they're having a bit of a field change too. And Warner loves smashing his bats. He does. Although I did see, fair play to Warner, as much of what would you call Warner? As much of a annoying looking fellow as he is, David Warner.
2 dot balls in a row.
He still at one stage when he was having a garage clean out, I think he gave away like 10 of his old bats or something.
Right.
Which is nice.
Probably nice enough.
Yeah. Although that's what he said. I don't know if he actually gave them away.
Last ball of the over.
Last ball. Shadab Khan. Stump, but it's gone away. It's almost gone all the way.
Yeah.
Just the 2.
Oh, he got 2.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So that's 6 off the over.
Yep.
Solid.
Not
In fact,
terrible.
no, sorry, 5 off the over.
Yes.
2 dot balls.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Now it moves up to 9.67 and over.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the TAB odds. Never
Starting to
mind my
stack up a little
phone's
bit here,
dead.
Oh, no. You can't do shite.
Oh, so it's all about the aggro, says Elon. And also, bowling is like shaving. Close to those stumps, no air in between, says Ruth. And Warner looks peeved even when he's happy. I like him, says Ruth. He does. He's just got one of those resting faces that make you not want to like him. Like he could be we know he's an all right guy overall, like a bit annoying.
Who are they bowling here?
I said he was the type of guy.
Diminution bowling over.
Yeah, he went for 10.
All right.
I think it was the 11th.
So you got Ellis gone for 23 off 2.
He'll be bowling.
Shabib's got 1.
In fact, I think Ellis the last one, because he's a deaf bowler.
Okay. Well, he's going to need to be.
Because he's normally pretty good at getting
caught.
Oh, Darcy Short's dropped a 3rd.
Oh, you're kidding.
Or at least a 2nd anyway.
Oh, you're kidding.
2.5. Get him out of there. Who wants him out there in the deep? He's put down
The Scorchers do.
single-handedly 2 massive chances. Yes, they've all been hit hard, but he's a professional cricketer.
Well, he's there to catch those. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there, surely.
That's got to hurt. Ellis knows that was the chance. Because that would have been Hardy gone. That's the guy who's kind of more set. And then you only got Andrew tying a couple more. Big full toss from Ellis. Normally very good at his Yorkers.
Wow. He's got to be starting to work on the theory that they're going to bowl him here. Because they can't keep relying on it, but getting hit out to deep it on.
Oh, so he took the advice as soon as Inglis went out The ladies chucked a cheeky on the weird Hobarts.
Mm-hmm.
Says Elon there. Okay.
Wow, buddy. Hey, they could take some catches.
That'd be all right.
They'd be right in the box seat here. But
he's not smashing any balls. She has to try something. Says Gareth, short ball, slower short ball.
slow, short ball.
Yep.
Get Hardy off strike.
Single taken.
Right. Now you're going to hone in and try and knock over the stumps, I think. Yeah.
Although he likes it in that slot, doesn't he?
But he's a death bowler. But he got to be working on the theory that he can knock over the stumps.
And so for you, you go Shadab Khan next over too?
Yeah, well, he's got one left, doesn't he? So he has to.
Yeah.
Um,
Be too late to bring in David now. Slow ball outside of off stump. Worked away, well fielded by, that was Dooley again.
He's in the game.
Certainly is. If anyone's going to take a catch to win them the
and
match.
catch him on strike. Great fielding.
Only 10.29 per over.
So it's just stumped up over the 10 and over for the first time.
It's a battle of the weirdos. Actually, also Adelaide weirdo. Or weirdest, says Elon. Nathan Ellis. So far gone for a few runs there. That's not the best delivery. Just too slow outside of off stump.
That was a shit ball.
There to be hit. Hardy.
No.
In fact, it's Richardson who's on strike currently. He's been
I was
able
just
to play
about to
that
say,
one.
as long as they don't give up a boundary in the end of this over, let's just hit the shit out of me. Hey? Short and wide outside off stump.
Just practice ball. Throw down.
Bounces up like a tennis ball and says, belt the shiter out of me.
Should I put a swearing disclaimer on this string?
I said shiter.
That time. It's down the leg side. It's going to be a wide.
Now he's panicked and bowled wide.
Wade's angry.
Yeah.
But,
I
mean, Darcy Short's got it. Like, I don't want to put it on one player, but.
No, this is a poor finish to this over, too, for the bowler. To be fair, but he might be still a little bit sort of pissy that he keeps getting dropped in the outfield. But
I think Mitch Marsh is the difference, says Elon there. And I love your old fella, says Elon there. I do too, Elon. Oh, that's a better ball.
That's a far better ball.
It's going to be a single to close out the over. So
Richardson keeps the strike.
18 off the last two.
You know, that certainly helped. Those last couple of balls there. The boundary fall for the short ball and then the wide after it. All of a sudden, instead of, needing, say, 22 off the last 12, you're down to 18, 9 and over. Everything's been about 9 and over all the way through.
Gareth says, congratulations on the Xmas ham, Mr. B. Who says you can't provide by playing golf?
Exactly. I am damn near professional.
Decent sized ham, too.
No, it's good ham. We'll get a few feeds out of that one.
Warner is a natural smasher, sledger. Love your dad's sense of humour. Great stuff. Unadulterated entertainment, says River. No keep at R18, says Elon. I mean, at least if someone bowls a bad ball, he's going to tell you that it's a bad ball. That was not where the ball was supposed to go.
That was an interesting shot, wasn't it?
On down the ground, just the one taken. Anything less than 10 needed off the last over, you'd definitely say that Scorchers should do it.
There's a big over here. There's a big over here.
Very experienced.
Yeah.
Great player.
In order to give them half a crack, they got to need a dozen or so off the last over. So he's got to get away with a runner ball here.
I thought that just got chipped back.
So did I. And he chipped it 3/4 of the way back.
But it's a dot. That's the main thing.
Yeah, they've got to get out of this over without conceding a boundary. Think if they're going to have a chance in the last over.
Another great delivery. He's taken the screamer.
He's got him.
And it's the wicket for Shadab Khan. Picks up Hardy. That's a moment. He's decided if Short's not going to do it, I'll just do it myself off my own bowling.
I've got to keep him hitting on the wicket.
And most and least likable Aussie cricketers, mine is Usman Khawaja and David Warner. Yeah, I feel like Khawaja's definitely most likable. Labuschagne, to a point, actually has become a lot more likable in a lot of people's eyes as well.
Other than he drives you mad.
Yeah, he drives you mad, but
That's a great catch.
You love how attacking he is in the field. Like, he'll be the only player who will chase one to the boundary, even if he knows he's not going to get it, just for the sake of sprinting after the ball. He's like a dog.
He's in the game. He's in the game.
Great catch from Shadab Khan. Double step into the hands. Could that be the game changer? We've seen many of them throughout this match. I wish I could see the odds because currently I can't because my phone died at the wrong time.
That'll learn it. Right. 17 runs, 9 balls.
And it exposes Andrew Tye now to the crease. Now he can hit a long ball too.
Yep.
And that's a rough ball straight away from Shadab Khan.
Yeah, it's only going to cost him 1 though.
Drags it down drastically. But I guess that's because theoretically, like I just said, you put it in a slot to a tail ender, there is a chance they smack it hard and get a 6.
Yep.
Most unlikable has got to be Warner, maybe Cummings. As our most likable, no such thing, says Gareth. Oh, Jai Richardson plays it outside of his off stump, gets it to leg. They won't run hard and they just get the 1. Now I mentioned less than 10, you put the Perth Scorchers in the box seat. Currently,
this is a huge ball. 15 off 7. With this ball to be bowled.
Boundary gives them momentum.
Boundary just about wins them the game. There you go.
Shadab Khan. Outside off stump, he didn't have to hit it, but he does.
Got the Q end on it, just.
To be fair to him, you
bowled.
wouldn't know for Shadab Khan whether that was coming back in or going away.
Yep.
Can bowl both. But end of the over, 14 required now off the final over of this one. Kind of fitting. His upper lip feels like sandpaper. Ruth, says Sebastian. And Ruth, I think you might have a kink for it. Cheat here.
Game on.
Or
2 tail enders. Number 9 batsman on strike. 2 from 2. 14 runs needed. Could we go super over, Boothie? They have super over?
They do.
What?
Could be the first time. I know that the game last night went down to a ball, didn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I'm super over.
No, not quite. And the first game went down to a ball.
Looking at Darcy Short. I know they're looking over Darcy Short too.
Yeah, but now they're looking at Short.
Now they're going Short.
If this was an away game, he'd be getting absolutely crucified from the crowd. And he may
absolutely crucified.
That's gone straight up.
Very high
from Andrew Tye. He's not going to get to it though.
It's going to fall in the open.
Going to fall safe, and they're probably going to steal the 2 runs there. Yes, they do. Running between the wickets.
Wow, do they?
I thought Richardson at the non-strikers end was taking all his pads off there to start running between the wickets.
Run quicker.
But he still has a chance of facing a delivery here, I would think.
Right, 12 from 5.
It's just being a fast bowler that's their temperament. No smiling, tough guys.
They've got to save the boundary here. Can't afford a boundary.
Andrew Tye on strike.
Can't afford a boundary. No.
Nathan Ellis outside of off stump, swinging and miss. No run, as
Big.
Marnus would say.
Big. 12 from 4. It's getting down to needing boundary shortly.
Tye, like I mentioned, no foot movement.
No.
That was not good. He wanted it on the leg side, you can tell.
Yeah. That's what he was working on. He was working on getting a short ball and having a crack.
Yorker. Got to.
It's got to be a full pitch.
Does get smacked down the ground just for the single.
Probably 1, I would imagine.
Asif Ali cuts it off well, and now Richardson will have the strike. Now, this man knows a thing or two about hitting a 6.
There's going to need to be a 6 here.
Did it in a test match.
He did.
Debut.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Right. 11 off 3. Who was betting Tony? Where's your money at?
And I look,
Tony?
It's like I support a team they lose. Says Gareth there.
Right. They haven't lost yet. 11 off 3. This is a big ball.
Short ball whipped away by Richardson. They have to run hard for 2 here, but I don't know if they'll get it. Or on Darcy Short's arm, you take it on. Just the 1 run, 10 runs off 2 balls. Boundary or nothing here.
Got to be 6 or 4, doesn't it?
Yep. Boundary will get them through to a final ball with the possibility. The last thing Nathan Ellis needs is this one wide.
Yeah.
Or a no ball.
Well, you can't bowl either, can you?
I think you just go Yorker middle stump, but I think you'll go Yorker outside off. Charging in. Slower ball, well bowled by Nathan Ellis. That will be just the 1 leg by Andrew Tye. Disappointed. What a seesaw we've had. You stuck by your guys the whole way through, and I think it's going to pay off. You're going to have a shiny car tomorrow. Well, that's called holding your nerve for Nathan Ellis. This last over has been a lot better than his second last. But you've also got to mention, if it wasn't for Dooley getting 14 or 16 runs off his bowling.
You can't look at that. There it is.
That's the shot from Richardson. Why did they wait so long? That's gone up. Oh, it's gone down. It's actually a wicket. Richardson's gone.
Tell you
Okay.
what, that was a good look at it for a long time.
Went far, but
The cameraman just didn't show us where it was going to come down on the field.
so the Hurricanes, they're going to actually end up winning this game by about 8 or 9 runs.
Yep.
Yep, 8 runs. That
What did you
works
say?
out.
165. Defendable total. They got 164, you see? Not enough.
There you go.
No?
Any more streams today, Hamish? Says Gareth? Not sure. I know that there's a game on tonight at 9:15 between the Thunder and the Strikers, but we're not actually too sure if we are doing that game yet. Will depend on schedules, but hopefully we will be back for Wednesday night if we don't do tomorrow. But that's not saying that we won't do tomorrow. It just depends.
Darcy
That
Short's
makes sense.
very happy.
He'll be relieved because the whole crowd would have not liked him very much if it had kept on going the way that it was.
Well, got on to the Hobart Hurricanes, my team.
Now, what I'm quickly going to do, if you remember rightly, we were smacking a ball around big time.
Oh, I got a bid, yeah.
Oh, yeah? We got 4 overs, 4.5 overs left for that one. I'm sure we'll be able to nail the end of it. I better put in my passcode before putting it back up on screen.
We don't do it off screen, are
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll go like that.
we? Fucking quarter to one, you useless little fuck. Like you did fucking 3 years ago.
Yeah, like this. And also we're gonna all right, cheers, Hamish. Mr. B, have a good evening, and also we're gonna Hamish Bro Fast Bowler in there as well. So now what we will do is we'll go here. You still have your controller, don't you?
It's over here.
So we are going to be switching over, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys can see what we can see.
You want me to turn this on?
Yeah. How many were we on? We were on a decent amount, weren't we?
5 overs, right? 100 and something.
Also, Hobart Hurricanes, congratulations. Says Michelle. Yeah, they played well. At the end of the day, they managed to just narrowly hang on. I'll put you back in.
Good on you.
Like that. And we'll go like that as well. And then we go like that and like that. We look very small.
Good.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you can still see us.
Sore ass.
And there goes Bro and Uncle. Right, so we are on a large total. You just went out, didn't you?
Yeah.
We won't review it then.
Yeah. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to play a hook shot and he tried to play a bloody front foot shit, come off the shoulder to the back.
This is great camera work here.
Awesome.
He's wearing my GoPro.
Oh.
You want Mitch Marsh?
Yeah, he'll do.
So anyone who's not familiar with what we are doing here, pretty much we were halfway through this game and
Shoot.
then they actually had a very quick halftime break. Oh, yeah, no, I've lost my timing now.
You're going to run and you'll lose your wicket.
That was not ideal.
Where are you on that one?
115 runs we have moved up to.
Yeah, right.
Riley Meredith, he's looking stoned. You're on strike.
Shit, she's a packed offside field.
I think you're back to normal controls, by the way. I think you're actually back to the same as me for some reason. How's that happen? Do you think? Okay, yeah, you're actually on the... That was unfortunate. Pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't tell us that it was switching over.
Yeah, no, that'll work.
That'll get you. I noticed a bit late.
Shit. Oh,
Just
you
a
set me up.
Little bit late noticing.
That's why I left that perfectly straight ball.
Mm. Oh,
You running? I'm
Who's that?
scared to call.
I don't know where that one went.
Hmm.
I know I had it hard. Oh, there's a 6. Okay.
Yeah, 6. I could hit that other bath of 6. I had an I was using those controls.
That's a wide. To bowl that again. I bet you the thing is the computer's still going to try and get close to chasing this down, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, they'll get it easy.
Even though we've got 123.
Not over yet.
Oh. You know, he doesn't like that shot. It's going to be the end of the over.
True story. Oh,
Oh, Darcy Short into the bowling attack with a ring field to you.
oh who we got now? Wait. Power up.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice shot, says Vishal. And also fireball. It seems like a weird field to have in a game that's such a short format.
Yep.
Oh, you've pierced that beautifully too there.
Yep.
He's jogging after that, but we'll just get...
No.
Oh.
Good setup. Yeah, we thought about it. Yep.
Very casual from him. In fact, too casual. Another single. Right. I don't quite have your same field.
Oh, you don't need
But...
it. You're not going to need a fielder for that one.
That's gone very high, though. It's actually... Yeah, no, it didn't make it to the boundary rope. Interesting.
Give it a nudge. 4.
Just a 1 bounce 4.
I should have probably run there.
I thought I got that clean, though.
So did I.
That one's not so clean. Still
No,
straight enough. We'll take
back,
2.
Coming back.
Yep, that's still gone. And good running between the wickets, Hamish, bro. Says Vishal there. Yeah, I think the key was the early call, wasn't it?
Yep.
And down the ground. Right, last ball of the over. I will try it again. I think that one's closer to being caught. No, it's a 6. He caught that ball, though, didn't he?
It looked like it.
How far over the boundary rope was this?
Just, I'd say.
Oh, no.
Off the side screen.
It's the end of the over.
What's he talking to for there?
Right, Nathan Ellis back into the bowling attack.
Wow.
Went for 34 off his first over. You're on strike. I was just trying to tempt them. They're just throwing around a little bit.
You know, that wasn't much of a shot. So I can do back foot ones now too, can't I?
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Oh, no.
Your end.
I left a bit late there. He was just watching.
You're late to be watching.
Right, what we got here in the field setup. Down the ground, still a good option if it's on my legs. There is a guy out there. It's gone far enough though.
He'll have to pay a ticket if he wants to catch that one.
That is 101 off 22 balls.
Oh, don't call.
Colin Munro, the Kiwi boy.
13 sixes. That's impressive.
13.
How they bowled some pies to you.
They have everything in the slot. This will be Yorker. Oh, I haven't got that one though. Lucky he got his 100th the ball before.
Unlucky.
I'll bet it got in. We'll go Ashton Turner. He's got a bit of power. Right, I believe it's you now on strike. Yes, it is with the ring field. Like 100, says Michelle.
They know I can't hit it off the block. Wait.
Done well to dig that one out.
Not confident trying to hit it for 6 yet.
Last ball of the 8th.
Yep.
Oh, that's gone up.
Yeah, it has. Time is all
2.
shit.
No, he's got it.
Fuck it. Right, 2 new batsmen now. Thought that might happen.
Similar to the Hobart Hurricanes.
Very.
Huh?
Right.
Right, it's you.
Oh.
Got a single down the ground. Hello, who won? It was in the end the Hobart Hurricanes. They managed to win by 8 runs. So they managed to hang on, which was quite impressive because
They all but got it down to run a ball there, but just, got it down to about 7 and over, didn't they? Quite open ground.
It was just those dot balls. I haven't timed that either, but
running.
it's going to fall safe. This should be cut off before the boundary, right? No, thank you. It's very polite. Oh.
What a bad throw.
Simple catch. There's Vishal there. Out on the boundary rope for me.
That's solid.
Down the tunnel again.
Yeah.
Man, what is this? Why do they have a guy in close? I'm almost tempted just to try and hit him because he's there. Oh no, I've hit it straight at the guy though. I'm out. I got Silly.
What a dick.
I wanted to, who puts a guy in close at this stage of the match?
Exactly.
It's worked though. I got 6
Right,
wickets.
That's you.
As well, says Heath. Nice.
That's you, isn't it?
Yep. No, it's you.
Right.
We
Dick.
must have crossed.
Thanks very much. Good setup.
I thought it was me.
Good setup.
And Gupta was bowling, says Heath.
Yep.
Well, you might have to push here. Nice.
You're standing there looking at it, wasn't you? Huh?
Right, end of the over. Tim David. It's nothing like him. That actually looks more like Dooley.
Yeah. Right. What have we got? Finger spinner.
Yep. Shot. Held up. We ain't running for that.
I think I might have got that one.
And also, bro, forward short legs is for sure. Yeah, seems like a weird position to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
What have we got?
5 balls remaining.
Oh, right. She's swinging time then, isn't it?
Normally, if they put it there, I think you got. Oh, no, I thought that was.
Shit.
I thought that was going further.
I was so late on that, was I? I think I was.
Oh, but
Never mind.
Andrew Ty to the crease.
Oh,
Wow.
right. Should be you, innit?
Yep, leg side's open.
Let's do.
Oh, didn't get onto that.
That bounced off that guy's legs all the time. Or something.
I think it hit his guys. I think it hit the leg and then went onto the stumps.
Ah.
What's the difference between cricket and rugby? The size and the shape of the balls. Scorchers to win average. They actually, in this game, we should. In the other game, they missed out narrowly. They lost by 8 runs. Yep. Great shot, they've said on commentary. It's almost too open on that leg side, isn't it?
Oh.
That you mistime it.
I tried to step across and whack that, but it's big time, mate. I think
Oh,
that'll work.
backed over the top. That will
That'll
be
work.
6.
Shot.
This is a T20 score that
Mm.
we're on right now. How many? They got 172, didn't they?
Yeah.
We're going to be close to it.
Last ball.
Yep. Well, no. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh, I won't let us run again.
I clicked the button as well.
Right, well, now we know. We're going to simulate over by over. Okay. Now it's just the case of did we do enough?
Whether the computer shows us.
Here we go. First over. They scored 6. Surely we've already won.
I wouldn't think so.
Next over, they scored 13.
Yep.
Then a wicket fell. But they still managed to get 10 off that over. 10 off the next over. That was a bigger over.
Right. Well, they're getting behind the 8 ball a wee bit, though. 11. They're getting 11 and over, and they needed about 17 or so, I think. So
14 off that one. Another about 16.
well,
That was a bigger one.
22 or something off that one.
Who's still out there? Matthew Wade and Ben McDermott. So Darcy Short went out early. Summarises this match pretty well. Surely they don't do it. They need more than
They need about 50.
155 though. We needed all our runs.
Yeah.
We needed me to smack 101 off 23 balls.
Yeah.
To win.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. McDermott did it off 28.87.
To be
not
fair,
out.
though, that's probably one of the first T10s that we've actually won, isn't it?
Normally we end up losing in the end, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, that's
Any
going
of
to
those
be.
guys mine?
You had Turner,
Did I?
did you?
8.
Maybe.
Could be. I did hit a 6 at one stage.
But
Can I get me
nonetheless,
something?
ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for
21
tuning
o'clock.
in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like
Right.
and subscribe, and we will see you all for the next one.